Media and Entertainment presents the 2Live.Stews experience. This right here, this ain't your ordinary-ish.
2Live.Stews experience, Ryan Stewart, Doug Stewart. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Yes, we are back. What up to the Qs?
Do not let anyone confuse you. The 2Live.Stews started this shit. The 2Live.Stews experience, shawty. If you're not stewing, what the hell are you doing?
And we've got to thank God every minute of every day. Good morning, world. Good morning, world. Good morning, world. And thank you for joining us. It's the 2Live.Stews, Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart, the makeup of those stews. And this is your 2Live.Stews experience. Good morning, KK Ash. Good morning, Mocha Bella. Good morning, Griff. And honorable mention goes to none other than Cuzzo, the Fly Tie. Good morning to all of you. And good morning, Dougie Stew. What up, though, man?
What up, though?
Hey, man. Blessed, man. Blessed,
It's a little
highly favored, feeling good, sir.
It's a little Detroit theme this morning. What up, though? You know, with some stuff we got coming out a little bit later in the show.
Famous words of Detroit.
I want to mention this real quick. I just saw this right before we came on air, and I'm not trying to put a damper on the show. You know who Gene Hackman is?
Of course, I know who Gene Hackman is.
Who is he?
He's an actor.
Right.
One of his best films would be.
You're looking at it on Wikipedia.
Well, I have his page up, but okay. I don't have his movies up.
So
Lex Luthor.
Lex Luthor. Yes, Lex Luthor.
Played Lex Luthor in Superman. Also was the coach. I believe he was the coach in Hoosiers.
And yes,
they found him, his wife, and the dog dead in his house.
It's gonna end up being some kind of gas leak or something like that.
Right, because they're saying that it wasn't because of any foul play. They're saying they don't think it's foul play.
Yeah.
So yeah, it has to be something like he got poisoned or
carbon monoxide or something.
That's horrible. And his wife was younger. His wife wasn't 95 years old.
Of course, when I get 90 years old, I'm gonna have me a 40-year-old wife too. I mean, anyway.
Whoa.
What happened?
What I say? What if your wife now is watching the show?
Well, she's not. She literally just walked out of the studio, so it was safe to say at the time.
Man, rest in peace to Gene Hackman, man. 95 years old.
Hey, man, I thought the wife said he was 92. It wasn't 95. It was 92.
Well, I just looked at. He was born in 1930.
Okay.
January 1930. I think that equates to 95.
Okay. Well, that's fine. What a terrible way to go out. You've lived to be 90 years old, and then you get caught slipping into some carbon monoxide or some type of gas in your house, some type of gas leak in your house.
Is it a bad way to go? Is it a bad way to go to fall asleep and die in your sleep? Is that a bad way to go?
Well,
I think a bad way to go.
Not bad as in painful or filled with doom, but just to get caught slipping like that. Damn.
I can come up with about 100 ways worse to die than falling asleep, dying in your sleep.
Not the actual death itself, but just the circumstances around the death. That's all. Whoa, Melvin Eccles. Talk about big balling. Thank you, Melvin Eccles.
Thank you, Melvin Eccles. Speaking of which.
Hold on. No, before you do that. No, real quick. If y'all need your car towed or moved or anything, give our guy Melvin a call, 404-770-6949. He is the proprietor and operator of Bay 11 Towing in the ATL.
Thank you, Melvin.
Been serving Metro Atlanta for years. 404-770-6949. He is the Stews guy. As a matter of fact, well, I don't want to talk about that, but he helped a buddy of mine out last week. I gave him a call. He called me like, hey, man, what's the name of the tow guy? I said, man, y'all got to write this number down. 404-770-6949. We appreciate you, Melvin. Go ahead, Doug. You were saying something?
Speaking of which, this is the last Thursday of the month of February. And so we have like a small extra effort push for donations. The doors of the church are open. So if you'd like to donate whatever you can, $5, $10, $20, $500 if you got it. We don't know what you got. All you got to do is look to the bottom of the chat, To the right, you'll see a little dollar sign. Click on that, and you can donate as much as you would like. And if you're watching the show on replay, same thing. Look to the bottom of the chat to the right, and you'll see a little heart symbol. Click on that, and you can donate to the show.
Under Suspicion, Runaway Jury, Crimson Tide. Oh, he got a bunch of my favorites in here. He got a look at that.
Yeah. Yeah, I just think that really
rest in peace.
If you can pick your way to go out, dying in your sleep is way better than a plane crash, falling off a cliff, getting eaten by sharks. I mean, I could go on and on and on and on.
I saw a meme this morning, not a meme, a video this morning while I was reading and going down rabbit holes of a guy that was way out in the ocean on a Sea-Doo, way out.
Mm-hmm.
You can see, I'm guessing, like Miami in the background, he was way out there, and he had the hood or the Sea-Doo open. And while he was repairing the Sea-Doo, none of his body's in the water. There's 4 sharks swimming circles around him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
That's horrible. When I went to Cabo about 2 years ago now, and you know how they rent the Sea-Doos?
Yes.
And I literally was a mile out from the shore, and I had on a life vest and everything, but we've lost two cousins to drowning.
Yes.
And it's just I just think drowning might be top 2 ways to die.
I can't
because
imagine.
That's horrible. Can you imagine knowing that you're about to drown? Like our cousin Terrence, man, I mean, 1 minute he was partying, the next minute he was fighting for his life, and he drowned.
And Terrence can swim like a fish. So can you, sir.
Yeah.
Certified lifeguard. But it ain't got nothing to do when you're out there in all that water.
Yeah, you in 500 feet of water and you get tired. I mean, it's horrible. So rest in peace to Gene Hackman, sir. A lot we got to get into today. We got the Arlie report coming up, the Funky 4, got the top 5. We also got chat we're going to read. Once again, it's the last Thursday of the month. If you can donate, we'd appreciate it. Help us keep some lights on. The NFL draft. I mean, it's just a lot of stuff we got to get to. Speaking of which, man, the combine is here.
It is, man.
You got any combine stories for people that don't know? You played 5 years in the NFL for the Detroit Lions. We're going to bring that up a little bit later today as well. But the combine starts today in Indianapolis. Any combine stories from when you went? Funny and different?
I stayed in the room the whole combine weekend. No, my roommate wasn't. No, it was. Yeah. No, Brian Dawkins was at the Senior Bowl. I don't remember who my combine roommate was.
So wait a minute, y'all had room. They put y'all in a room with other guys. They didn't give you your own room at the combine.
No, man. They were trying to save money, man. You had a roommate.
Okay. I guess that's kind of strange to me because you're going to be millionaires. They're going to make a lot of money off you. I would think they would just give y'all your own individual rooms.
Yeah, well, that's a whole lot of rooms, man. If most of those rooms in the hotel got 2 beds in it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Anyway, a big defensive lineman was my roommate, man. But again,
you don't remember his name?
I'll find it. I'll find it before the show's over.
This is a sign. 30. It's over 30 years. No, it's 30 years.
Oh, it has been 30.
Like we forget details, man.
Yeah. And the reason why I probably don't remember who my roommate was is because I was never in the room. I was partying while I was at the combine. I know. Why would I do that, right? I mean, you worked your whole life to get there, to put forth the best performance that you could to get drafted as high as you could.
This is disappointing.
I was. Hey, man,
this is disappointing. Why would you party when you were there for business,
right,
in a city like Indianapolis that I don't think is New York City or Miami? Why did you care that? What do you mean you partied? Where'd you go? What'd you do?
Local bars, restaurants. Had a few friends come and visit. Yeah, I wasn't focused.
So do you think you lost a tenth of a second or 2 on your 40 because you were partying?
For the record,
this is very disappointing, man.
Well, no, real quick. For the record, I had a great combine except for my 40. And it was expected that my 40 wouldn't be good because of the turf. So in the back of my mind, I just came from Denver, Colorado, where I trained. So I was ready. I could run for days. I wasn't tired at all. I was hands down one of the best athletes at the combine, but I ran a 4.78 and a 4.6, a 4.66.
You ran a 4.7? And you still got drafted in the third round, right?
Third round. It's the turf. 76 overall. It's the turf.
Hey, man, Cass is running 4.2s. You ran
a month later.
A defensive back ran a 4.7?
A month later at my pro day at Georgia Tech, I ran a 4.47 and a 4.51. So, yeah, I mean, it was expected that my time at the Senior Bowl and at the Combine, man, I wasn't as focused as I should have been. I worked really hard to get there. I was one of the strongest, one of the fastest, and I could run for days. But because of those things, I told myself I deserve to be able to hang out and enjoy myself.
You should have called me before you did that.
I knew what you would have said. You wouldn't have been proud. You wouldn't have been proud of that.
So,
you would have been like, no, dummy, don't do that.
So, Kara runs, your youngest niece. She runs track in college.
Yes.
And she has a regimen that she does the night before where she takes an ice bath. Yeah. She goes to sleep this certain time. She wakes up in the morning, eat this, that, and the other.
See, so you wouldn't know that. You wouldn't know that. I mean, most athletes have a regimen, as I did too. Yeah, I had a regimen before games and stuff, but the Combine and the Senior Bowl weren't regular days. They weren't regular games.
No, but my point is, I don't want to belabor this
what's
too
your
much.
point? What's your point? Get to the point.
Let me get to the real point I was going to get to. Everything happens for a reason.
I agree.
If you would have ran 0.5 of a second faster at the Combine, maybe you would have got drafted higher and not ever gone to Detroit.
Right.
And our whole lives would have been different.
Right. Or I would have gotten drafted higher, and because of being drafted higher, I would have stuck around in the league longer. I would have played more, and my body would be more effed up now.
No. And if you would have got drafted higher, you would have got playing time. You would have made more money. And when the situation that came up in your house where we had this grandiose idea to do this talk show, the sports podcast,
it wouldn't have happened because I would have been in Kabul or I would have been in Barcelona someplace.
Right. The 2 Live Stews would have never happened.
Living in the Amalfi Coast, which is one thing I plan on having property in the Amalfi Coast one day.
I've never even heard of that before.
Yeah.
But anyway, look at God.
You know what he's doing, man.
You see how you can make anything a positive?
Agreed. I agree. I agree 100%.
We just took you getting slobber knocking before you ran the 40 at the.
I never mentioned getting slobber knockered. I wasn't getting drunk. I was just having a lot of sex. A lot of sex. I mean, I was beating chicks in the Target bathroom. I mean, it was going down. I mean, really.
That's disappointing too. You don't think that takes it out of you, literally and figuratively?
Definitely. I pulled my groin every other month when I was in the league. I wonder why.
I hope you don't make that face when you do it.
What's wrong with that face?
Hey, anyway, the Combine starts today. I look forward to the Combine. I look forward to the draft. And I can't believe you ran a 4.7 in front of scouts.
Yeah, it was.
A 4.7 is not good, man. I promise you I can run a 4.7 right now.
Ryan, aren't y'all supposed to abstain when you're in the NFL?
That's what I'm saying.
Abstaining would definitely be the way to preserve your body, Tree. No question. But I wasn't abstaining. I was dick staining. Yeah, I wasn't abstaining. Your boy was dick staining.
I can't.
Listen, and if you ask me, I think I did it with the best of them. You hear me? I'm not proud of it now.
I wish you
and
would
I don't
call
want
me,
my
man.
kids to have the body count that I have, especially my daughter. But hey, if you're gonna get it in, woo, you want to do it like I was doing it back in the day.
Hey, listen, man. I wish you would have called me. I mean, it's definitely past history at this point. What's that? 1992? What's the
Well, it's one of the reasons why I attack my professional career the way that I attack my professional career.
33 years ago? If my math is correct?
Yeah, I was always one of the first in the office and one of the last to leave when we got in the radio and TV because of my time in the league and how I didn't take certain milestones in my career serious because I looked at it as, man, you worked so hard to get here. Oh, just relax and enjoy yourself.
And didn't you tell a story before, and you're watching the Two Live Stews experience, didn't you tell a story before Brian Dawkins? I think he's in the Hall of Fame, right?
Brian Dawkins is a Hall of Famer. I had a Hall of Famer in my room at the Senior Bowl. I stayed with the Hall of Famer. And the entire time I was coming in and out of the room to get beers and stuff, he was in a yoga stance.
Stop.
What?
At the Senior Bowl, you're literally auditioning for a job. You said in and out of the room, you were staying with Brian Dawkins, safety from Clemson, Hall of Famer now.
Philadelphia Eagles Hall of Famer, first-round draft pick.
You were in and out of the room getting beers.
And mints to cover the smell of the beers when I was talking to the teams.
We didn't raise you up like that, man. You had better home training to know that you were auditioning for a job. Why would you be in and out of your and hold on, it's even worse. In Mobile, Alabama.
Right. There's nothing going on.
Beer or
you can't even get a good beer in Mobile, Alabama. You can't even get a cold beer.
What was you drinking? Mickey's? I'm sure that's all they had was Mickey the Big Mouth.
I think it was MGD or 8-Ball.
MGD? That's piss beer.
I came in the room one time and B-Dawk was in the crisscross applesauce, burning sage and holding incense in the other hand, right? and I was like, damn, B-Dawk, you was in the same position when I was in here 3 hours ago. You okay down there?
The guy was serious.
He lifted his head up like, are you okay, my brother? and rung the sage around the room. And I was like, yeah. Hey, man, I'm going to get out of here while you're doing this weird stuff. I'll catch up with you later on. Hey, you don't want to come and join me, brother, and become one with yourself?
And the rest is history.
No, man, no.
The rest is history.
I'm going across the street to the Holiday, and I got some company over there. But I'll be back before curfew.
The rest is history. Yeah. Hall of Famer Brian Dawkins.
Yeah.
That's disappointing, man. 33 years later, that's still disappointing to hear, man.
It is, man. But that's why I mentor kids. That's why I mentor the youth. I mean, my life.
They say preachers are the preachers with, a scandalous, history. They can tell stories better and what not to do.
One of my favorite Doug Stewart stories. You came home and told me, "Hey, man, I can tell you how to get a scholarship to college." And I'm like, "Yeah, what's a scholarship?" And you explained it. And I said, "Okay, well, tell me how." And you're like, do this, do this, do this, do this, and do this. For the next 4 years, you'll be good. I was like, oh, okay. Well, I do that now with my mentees that are college football players and high school football players. You want to get to college? Do this, 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 this. You want to get to the NFL? I can't guarantee it, but try this, 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 and this. If you take it more serious, you have a more serious opportunity. But if you don't, you'll fall short, I guarantee it.
Yeah.
It's my life story, man.
Yeah. I'm willing to bet, last thing, I'm willing to bet that your pre-combine and pre-Senior Bowl activities probably cost you about 25 slots. Well, I'm willing to bet it. I'm willing to bet it.
$5 to $8 million, yes. $5 to $8 million, yes, because the Eagles were interested in me and Brian Dawkins.
I know they're glad they took Brian Dawkins. God damn. I know the scout look from that team looking back right now. Hey, guys, we were about to take Ryan Stewart at this spot.
Up next in the Doghouse with your boys, the Two Live Stews on the Two Live Stews Experience. Can't wait to chat. We're talking about Tush Push. And I want to know why one certain person that we all know and love gets a pass for some shiggity he's doing. Yeah, that's what I want to know. Tush Push and why one person we know and love gets a pass for some shiggity he's doing. Y'all keep it locked to your boys, the Two Live Stews and the Two Live Stews Experience.
Imagine feeling invigorated and focused not by artificial substances, but by natural pre-workout supplements. This isn't just a thought, but a reality many athletes and fitness enthusiasts are embracing. They hold the key to elevated performance without the commonly associated side effects of synthetic products. However, overlooking the potential of these supplements means missing out on that all-natural energy boost and focus. It means accepting unnecessary crashes post-workout. It's a pain point that no fitness enthusiast should grapple with, especially when there's a healthier alternative. At Lion Roar Herbs, we produce a vegan all-natural pre-workout that is proven to increase performance and boost every workout. Visit us at lionroarherbs.com to learn more and look for natural performance energy. That's NPE. We are sure you will feel the difference.
Special, bro. Now let's set it off in this motherfucker. Let's go. Let's go.
Hey, Boosie! It's your boys, the Two Live Stews, Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart, the makeup of those stews, and this is your Thursday morning edition of the Two Live Stews experience. Shouts out to our good guy, Melvin Echols from Bay 11 Touring. We appreciate you, Melvin. He started off the super chat at the end of the year show, end of the month show, with a good $50 donation. Thank you so much, Melvin, for all that you do for the Stews and for the Stews friends that call you when they need tolls. 404-770-6949. Hey, man, what was Boosie doing just now?
So he was, the featured performer at a wedding. Yeah, I'm assuming down in Louisiana, where he's from.
Get the
Boosie got a big following, man. When I went to Kara's, to the SWAC track championship, it was in Baton Rouge at Southern University last year. And I got into a conversation with somebody sitting at a bar, and they were saying, and it was a white dude, he was saying, man, we love Lil Boosie around here. And sure enough, if you go on YouTube and go to like an LSU, search LSU Lil Boosie, they know like all of the words to a couple of his songs, and at LSU games and at halftime, they're chanting Lil Boosie songs. And can you imagine how much he got paid for that gig? They Lil Boosie had a suit on.
It was a tux. And it was a mall tux. It was a tux that he went to the local mall and copped real quick. Loose neck, yes, no, size says, not a pack of seasoning, nowhere to be found at that wedding Boosie was performing at. Not one pack of seasoning.
What type of check, and those people look like they had a lot of money. What type of check do you think that wedding had to stroke to Lil Boosie to get him in a tuxedo and come and perform at their reception?
Let me see. How much is Lil Boosie's performance fee?
Oh, you doing AI? You doing AI?
Let's see. Tickets for Boosie Badass Millennium Tour range from 82 to, well, okay, that's not it. I'm willing to bet Little Boosie gets 50 to 75 grand to pull up and do a one or two songs someplace, man.
50 to 75 grand. No, I think
right,
he get more than that.
right under $100,000 for Little Boosie to pull up and do a set.
For him to put on a tuxedo, I'm
Yes.
saying a lot more. I'm saying
You
a
think
lot
so?
more. Yeah. I mean, a tuxedo is just totally outside of his element. And for him to do that, I think that's a surcharge. NFL Combine going down starting today. Here's your top 10, and I want to get into this conversation a little bit more about Shador and Cam. We did the Inside the Huddle show last night with Joe. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry, go ahead.
We did Inside the Huddle last night with Joe Hamilton on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network.
Yes.
And Joe disagrees with me as well on this whole Cam and Shador back and forth. But here's the top 10 mock draft by Yahoo Sports. Chicago Bears, Armand Membu from Mizzou. Then you've got New Orleans Saints, Will Johnson, cornerback, Michigan. Let's get past all this.
Did you start at 10?
Yeah, I started at 10.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was counting down.
Okay. Right.
But I'm gonna skip past that. Number 4, they got the Raiders on this particular mock draft, taking Shador. at number 4. And coming in at number 1, they got the Titans taking Cam Ward.
Okay.
I threw this thing out at Joe last night about these guys.
I would like to add the Giants are predicted to select Travis Hunter. I think I read he would play cornerback, but probably get some snaps at wide receiver instead of the other way around. But shouts out to the Giants, and I do think that he'd be a good pick no matter where he goes. But please continue.
You think he should play DB, not wide receiver, right?
I think he should play DB. Now, I know they can find instances where he will fit in the offensive scheme somehow, but I think if we're looking at one side of the ball he will play every snap on, I'm thinking that will be defensive back.
Man, he just might be country strong, man, but he just really scares me how tiny his legs are, man. The guy is as skinny as a pencil.
He can pick him up and put him down. Even though they're skinny, he can pick him up and put him down. He fast.
So you still okay with Travis or with Cam Ward and Shador throwing insults at each other about, at this workout that they're doing together? You okay with that? Because Joe last night said the same thing as y'all. It's no big deal. It's no big deal.
Sir, I stood on the sideline versus the Minnesota Vikings twice a year. Once in Detroit and once in Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
When I tell you that Chris Carter talks more trash than waste management on pickup day, what you have seen Shador and Cam doing is nothing compared to the conversation that takes place on the football field on Sundays. I mean, nothing.
But Chris Carter was talking trash to y'all, to the opposing team, not to his fellow wide receiver. He wasn't talking trash to Randy Moss.
Yeah, listen, man.
I must not be explaining it right, because my whole thing is in the media. Hold on, let me get this thought out, because I must not be explaining it right.
You're looking at it wrong, but go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
To me, they're both playing the same position. They're both trying to get to the NFL. They're discrediting each other.
Okay.
And really, in particular, the thing that Cam threw out, or that Shador threw out at Cam, was when he said, with no smile on his face, you quit on your team in that bowl game where he played the first half. I just don't think that's loving. I don't think that's loving, and I think that words matter. And I think that could be embedded in a scout's mind that says, you know what, I would take him, but man, I'm kind of leery, because even Cam said it, or even Shador said it. This guy quit on his team. I'm gonna take somebody else.
Everybody saw what Cam Ward did in the bowl game. Some people look at it like quitting. Some people don't. I don't look at it like quitting.
I don't either. Let me make
However, I did not want him or Shador or Travis Hunter to play in those bowl games. I said that on this show.
Okay.
So even though I don't look at it as quitting, some people do, and they were playing the dozens with each other. They both want to be taken higher.
Right.
That's it, man. I don't think I think after those film sessions, I think after those workouts, that wherever they went together. I think after the workouts, that they probably got massaged in the same room. I think they probably dressed in the same locker room. I think they probably went and ate lunch together wherever they ate lunch at. I think that was just part of the show. No. I think that was part of the competition. And I know for a fact that neither one of those dudes took it personal, what was being said about them by their peer.
They were in front of cameras. It's almost like in the family, there's family stuff, and then there's stuff that you talk about outside of the house. And if Cam felt, or Shador felt that strong about Cam quitting on his team in the bowl game, he should have pulled him to the side.
I did a Sports Nation show here in here in Columbus, Georgia last week, where DJ Jones and Thrift, those are the two guys that's on air on the show. They interviewed me and we're talking about the Two Live Stews, blase. And he said, where did you and your brother get your chemistry from? And I said, hey, man, We're brothers, and we can go places where other show hosts can't go. I can say some things to Doug that only I know, and I can say some things to Doug in timely conversation that you can't say to Thrift right now, DJ, and DJ Thrift can't say it to you. But because we're brothers, I'm allowed to do that. I think Cam Ward and Shador are brothers that are participating in something, and that what they were doing is nothing but good, healthy competition. That's it, man.
You keep giving totally wrong analogies. When we insult each other, we know that it's nothing because we're brothers. And not only that, when we insulted each other when we were on radio, we already had the bag. These guys are still in the interview process.
There's nothing.
Hold on. It would be the equivalent of we haven't gotten the job yet, but we're in front of the general manager, and you say, man, this guy don't know shit about sports. Oh, right. Man, this guy has a horrible personality.
Right.
Right in front of the guy that's making the decision on hiring us.
That's one thing. One thing you're saying is apples, and the other is lemons. It's not the same.
It's the exact same. I'm giving you the same scenario. These guys are both trying to get a job. They're interviewing in front of all the scouts. Hey,
no matter what anybody says, those two guys will be the first two quarterbacks taken, period. No matter what any of them said to each other, no matter how they demeaned, degraded, talked down, no matter how they pissed on, ished on, they will be the first two quarterbacks selected in this draft by whichever teams need quarterbacks.
Who do you? Both of them says that they're not going to work out. They're not going to throw at the combine.
I wouldn't either.
I don't have a problem with that at all. I mean.
Nope. I bet Joe did last night. Did Joe have a problem with it last night?
I don't think we even talked about
Joe's going to say. I bet Joe said last night that he wanted them to compete. He wanted them to compete against each other.
That's exactly what Joe said.
No,
I don't understand why you would throw when you've been throwing in live action. The bullets are flying for 4 years.
Okay.
What difference does throwing, on some designated field to wide receivers not being covered, no pass rush coming at you? What's the point? I totally get why they don't throw at the combine, the quarterbacks these days.
Because you're in an environment that is filled with NFL scouts and coaches.
Well,
and those are the people you need to show what you could do.
Yeah, that's exactly what Joe said last night. But Deion told him, nah, you ain't got to do that, player.
I agree.
Deion told his son.
Guess what? The number one overall pick last year did not perform at the combine. His name was Caleb Williams. He did not perform at the combine. Guess what else? Everyone to a man says Bo Nix made money last year at the combine because he threw.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody says that. But in my opinion, players get to a certain stature and they have the liberties to make the decision they need to throw or not. And Cam and Shador are two of the guys that don't have to throw.
Yeah.
They'll throw at their college for their pro day when it's convenient for them with the receivers and the DBs that they know and have been up against for the last couple of years. And that makes more sense to me.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. They did this every Saturday for 4 years with 240-pound linebackers trying to kill them. And they completed passes at a 70% clip. What's the point of Go ahead.
A big part of it is the on-field instruction from a coach and or coordinator or receivers or quarterbacks coach.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big part of it. How does he follow instructions? How does he pay attention to detail of what I'm saying?
This is true. Okay, so that's a good point. That's a good point.
So the Colts get to see it. The Vikings get to see it. The Chargers get to see it.
Now, they do. They are going to go and do like whiteboard sessions where they go into the office and the coach says they give them a play and tell them see how fast they can regurgitate it.
Yes. They'll do all that.
I don't think they do that. I don't know. You were there. Do they do that on the field? I've only seen like Jaden Daniels famously, on if you go to YouTube and look Jaden Daniels whiteboard, the coach like spit out like a 30-second play call, and Jaden Daniels just like spit it out and went to the board.
It as if it was nothing.
Right.
Guess what? That helps his draft stock.
Right.
But The same thing's going to happen at his pro day, at his school, for Shador and for Cam. They're going to do the exact same thing at the combine for all the teams that are interested in those players at these kids' schools.
Mm-hmm.
So it's fine.
Yeah, it's
Again,
absolutely
man,
fine.
I think you can make money at the combine or you can lose money at the combine. And I think certain players find themselves in a position where if they don't want to perform at the combine, they don't have to.
You ran a 4.7, man?
4.76.
In front of
4.68.
In front of people?
Yes. Yep. But again, to a man, I had the best workout of any safety at that damn combine.
Yeah, you was cock strong. How many times you did 225?
27 times.
What? Yeah.
27 times. I did it more than offensive linemen and defensive linemen.
I got a weight room story. I can tell it real quick. So I'm in the weight room yesterday.
Tree shaking her head like, no, you can't. You can't tell it quick. Go ahead, man. It's okay. Go ahead.
I'm in the weight room yesterday in my building, and young guy comes in. Go ahead.
Get that picture ready, Tree. Go ahead, Doug.
Young guy comes in. He's like 25 years old. He sets up the bench, and he puts on 2 45s and a 35. What's that?
225 plus 70, 295.
Yeah, he puts on 295, and he's like a big guy, but we're the only two in there. And he starts pushing it, right? And he gets it like 2 or 3 times, and he adds 5 pounds. And so I'm on the treadmill. I stop the treadmill. I take my earplugs out. I say, hey, man, hey, I'm not trying to get in your business, but that's a lot of weight. We're the only 2 people in here. You don't think that's kind of dangerous? He's like, I'm good, OG. I'm good. Don't worry about me. And he said it with an attitude. I was like, okay. All right. I put my earbuds back in. I'm like, dude, you must not have YouTube. You can go to YouTube and see plenty of videos with dudes struggling with weight and it come down on their neck.
Yeah.
But that's the youth today. The youth today think they know everything.
Yeah.
Boy, I was lifting weights before you was a dream in your mama's eye.
Yeah, get that. Use that spotter. Use that spotter.
Damn youth. Youth of the day. Go ahead. What we got, man? We got to go to break. Trees huffing and puffing.
It wouldn't take but 5 seconds. Anyway, okay. The Two Lies Tuesday experience. Up next, the Arlewood report, man. Y'all keep it locked to your boys. The Two Lies Tuesday.
I got it, OG. I got it, OG. Don't worry about me.
He was serious. Did he have it? Did he have it?
No, he didn't have it. I mean, if you can only do 2 or 3 reps, that's not having it.
Well, but maybe he was in it to do that, though.
All right. I feel like if I go back down there this morning, he might be down there with that weight on his neck all night.
The Arlewood report up next. Y'all keep it locked. When you know what to do with what you got, you can do more with it. All right? So shouts out to my man Lavrell as well as the World Changers, making this thing happen and getting it done with your financial needs. All right? The World Changers help empower individuals and communities throughout financial education and implementation. Your agent Lavrell Hawkins has made significant strides in the financial services industry, using his expertise to guide and support others in achieving financial stability as well as success. Lavrell uses an holistic approach that addresses the mental, physical, financial, and spiritual aspects of being in a well space and place when it comes to your finances, all right? Y'all give them a call, 919-764-4626. That's 919-764-4626. The World Changes Financials and Lavrell are dedicated to empowering you and your communities through financial education and implementation. 919-764-4626. Hey, it's time, y'all. Y'all know what it is. Come on. Come on, y'all.
Can't hear you, Ollie.
Good morning, everybody.
Y'all can't hear me.
Can't
hear me.
There we go.
Ryan's with the makeup of those dudes. We just fine now, Ollie. Good morning. Ollie Michelle joins the boys. What's up with you, Ollie? How you doing?
Right. Come on, Ryan. You can do it. I just want to know why you. Okay, we're not gonna talk about it. We just.
You look like you're riding a tricycle, man.
I know, way up high.
What's
a unicycle.
A unicycle.
Get it, Ryan. Get it. Ryan, I bet somebody said in the chat, Till Dog said 225 pounds, 27 times. That's low country strong. You caught diesel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Are you still on the top of that board at Georgia Tech?
Still on the top of the board for a 440-pound bench press from a safety. Still on the board.
40 pounds.
One time. And shoulder has never been the same again since, but I got it one time. It was a lot of, it was 4 plates and some change.
440 is a lot of weight, man. The bench.
It was a lot of weight.
Was it like on the cartoons? Was it bend like this?
It was bending. I felt like Mighty Mouse underneath that bitch too. I felt like Mighty Mouse.
You can't tell me, you couldn't tell me nothing when I benched 225 for the first time. And that was in the 10th grade.
Big number. That's a big number.
40. Y'all can't tell me nothing.
I benched 225 like 2 or 3 times when I was in the 5th grade.
He's so, and then got to make the face like, psh.
He always run out.
Oh my God, just go.
Hey, Arlie, welcome to the show. How you doing this morning, Arlie? Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday to you. Y'all, it's Thursday. It's Friday Junior, as I call it. It's Friday Junior. And no, before last night on the show, people thought this was an engagement ring. No, I just can't make it fit on any other finger. So, not an engagement ring. I just want to put that out there. I be knocking out my prospects with this doggone ring. I got to get a jeweler to take it up a size so I can wear it on the other hand or something. But anyway, it's Thursday. Welcome to the Arlewood Report on the 2 Live Stews Experience. It's your girl, Arlie Michelle, and it's time for birthdays. Who's singing?
Yay! Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday.
All right.
Woo! Happy birthday to the people. Y'all, I forgot today, and I am mad at myself. Get it? Doug, that's a little victory dance.
It's my crip walk. That's my
I thought that's what that was. But yeah, don't. Good morning, Till Dog. He bought me this ring. Anyway,
wifey at wifey. Good morning, wifey at Arlie Michelle. Okay, Till Dog. You gotta claim it, player. You gotta claim it, player.
Y'all, I'm gonna feel bad. What you congratulate me for, FM? Oh, on the marriage I didn't show up for. Okay, thank you so much. It's Pisces season, and it started, on the 19th or the 20th, depending on which one you look at. I'm gonna be in a lot of trouble by the time I get to the end of these birthdays. But actor Stoney Jackson is 65. Rosanda Chili, the C in TLC, is 53. Celebrity stylist Jason Bolden, 43. Daniel Boobie Gibson, former Cleveland Cavalier, 39. And my twin brother, or little brother, or big brother, depending on which day you ask, Bobby V. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Bobby V in the building.
Happy birthday.
All right, so happy birthday to you, Bubba, the great Bobby V. Quick question for Ryan.
Question.
How do we phrase that question? Prime, so-and-so, or at the top of their career? I keep forgetting how we pose that question.
In their prime.
In their
Who
prime.
would you choose?
In their prime. Who you taking? T-Boz, Left Eye, or Chili?
Damn.
Left Eye.
I gotta think.
Am I dating?
I gotta think
Yeah,
for all 3 of them.
we talking dating. I'm talking dating.
Oh, Left Eye.
I got to think for all 3 of them, but
if you were a lesbian, Left Eye would be your choice. Okay, go ahead.
Left Eye or Chili?
I know her personally. You don't want Chili. Y'all would not make it.
Well, but no, it ain't about making it.
Oh, it's just about
answering the question. It's just answering the question. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah.
And a combination of beauty and sexiness. I think I would take Left Eye. Rest in peace.
Yes.
I think I would take Left Eye.
Stop.
Uh-huh.
What do you mean rest in peace?
What do you mean rest in peace?
What are you talking about?
Left Eye been dead 25 years. What are you talking
Died in
about?
Honduras when she went over there to see Dr. Sebi.
Are you kidding me?
Are you serious, Ryan? He's got to be kidding.
He's got to be.
This may be a CTE moment, but I've forgotten that Left Eye has passed away. I'm sorry. And I'm not playing. I'm not joking. I'm not playing podcast here.
It might be more than 25 years.
This is not a P squared moment. This is not a P squared moment.
Okay. Yeah. She gone, bro. She gone.
Wow. Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
In a Jeep accident in 2002. So what's that?
So
23
years?
years?
23 years.
Yeah.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, he's. I feel bad now because it's like
I'm dead serious.
I know, and I feel bad because I know it hurts because you're like, what just happened?
Right. I don't. How can I forget that though?
Now, Left Eye was kind of kooky, kind of goofy acting. Chili might have the edge on sexiness. T-Boz was super. I mean, I remember
they all could get it. For the record, all of them could get it.
My TLC story before they blew up, where they were like the opening act, like they were like somebody let them on stage to perform. You know how they used to have all these acts come and perform in homecoming at South Carolina State. This had to be 91. They performed at homecoming and they were walking on the yard together, and people kind of recognized them. Some people recognized them, pointing them out. They literally look like they were 7-8 years old. They are so tiny. Yeah. They were so tiny, like literally you wouldn't believe that they were actual grown adults. They were so tiny, all three of them.
They were college students, would have been college students themselves at that time, because that's their age group. Yeah. I'm sorry, Ryan.
It's okay. No, it's okay. I'm all right. Okay, I'll process this and move on. It's okay.
As we talk about people being born, it's a time to live and a time to pass on, and we send our condolences to the family and friends of the great Roberta Flack. She passed away on the 24th of this month. Lots of things I did not know about her. Her first, coming out was that in this, with the song First Time Ever I Saw Your Face was in 1971 for some movie with Clint Eastwood called Play Misty for Me. Interesting. Big songs, Killing Me Softly, and that First Time Ever I Saw Your Face won her back-to-back Grammys for Album of the Year, Song of the Year. She was 9 when she first started playing piano, and at 15 got a full scholarship to Howard University in music. That's where she met. And this is bet you didn't know that Ryan and Doug. I bet y'all didn't know that Donny Hathaway also went to Howard. Did y'all know that?
I bet Doug knew.
I only know one Donny Hathaway song, though. That's the Christmas song.
Really?
So yeah, I don't know a lot of Donny Hathaway songs.
You probably shouldn't tell
I've been so many places.
Thank you. Yeah, you probably shouldn't tell black people that.
I sang a lot of songs,
especially with you being the Mr. Blackity Black.
Donny Hathaway got some hits. He and Roberta Flack, their song, they had several songs. They did like a lot of collaborations. So amazing.
Donny Hathaway is Chestnuts Roasting on an Open Fire. That's Bobby Hathaway. Donny Hathaway. What's the
Christmas?
Yes,
we'll be right.
It'll be.
Thank you, Raleigh.
A very special Christmas.
No, you can't sing it like you knew it now. Too late for that. Don't sing it like you knew it. Don't do that.
I'm really sad you don't know Donny. Donny, singing this song for you will make you cry every time. Oh.
That's Nat King Cole. The one I sung first was Nat King Cole.
Closer I get to you, the closer I get to you.
Sing it. Boy, you make me. Yes. Oh, they had some wonderful. And then Roberta Flack saw a resurgence again when Lauryn Hill and the Fugees redid Strumming My Pain with His Fingers.
Hey, Arlie, you can sing, huh? You be auditioning on this show.
I do. Anybody need me to come do some backgrounds? Back together again, put the world in a spin. You. Oh, and where is the love? Where is the love? I'm in the wrong key, but where's the love? Another great song with Donny and his voice was like velvet. I love me some Donny. But Roberta Flack died 88 years old. Reported in 2022 that she had ALS, also known as Lou Gehrig's disease. And typically, I know personally, once you have been diagnosed, they give you about 3 years to live after that. It just attacks your system so bad. Your brain is still fine, but you can't move. She couldn't sing anymore. You can't control your movements. It's a horrible, horrible disease. But rest in peace to her. She lived a long, full life and was an amazing singer. And, she's the one who kind of put Luther on the map. He used to sing backgrounds for her. And she was like, "You too good to be back here behind me." So she fired him and he made him get out there and get it together.
Wow.
So Luther, may he rest in power, owes his career to her. So in other news, now this one I have done all the research I can, but we're going to discuss it for reasons that we're just going to be messy this morning. Rumor on the street, on a very small street, is that Deion Sanders, age 57, is dating Karrueche Tran, Chris Brown's ex, actress, influencer, 36. And they were supposedly seen, and this is Gary with the T, And everybody is using them as a source and saying that his ex-wife, Carolyn, is excited about it, Carolyn Chambers, which I went on her page. She did not post anything about that. She living her life, but she still got on her prime stuff and out in a lot of her pictures. Anyway, what y'all think about that if it is true? I'm going to check my real sources.
Let me see that chick again.
Good for him. All I want to say is good for him. That's awesome.
I never even paid attention to her like I am right now at this second.
She looks like Pilar.
That's what everybody's saying. She is a younger version of Pilar, his second wife, who he had.
Pilar don't look like that these days.
Well, a younger version.
I mean, very pretty lady, but she don't look like that.
I haven't seen Pilar lately, so. But yeah, good for Prime, man. What?
He's such a religious. I can't imagine him dating because his oldest daughter is 31. It seems that just knowing what he's
he's too religious to date.
No. I'm saying
that comment's going over my head.
No, I'm saying that he's such a it feels like he wouldn't think that was appropriate since he has a daughter who's just 5 years her senior.
Okay,
just had a baby. He's a grandfather. Didn't know that.
I didn't look at it from that point of view. However, it's not like she's 19, 20, 21. This is a grown woman.
I think the paradigm changes the older you get.
Yes.
Now, if you're 25 dating an 18-year-old, that's a problem.
That's a problem.
If you're 30 dating a 22-year-old, that's
less of a problem.
It's less of a problem, but it's still a problem to me. But if you 50 dating a 35-year-old, that's nothing. It changes. It's kind of like a slide scale.
I agree
with this whole age thing as far as men and women, in my opinion. I don't know. What do the listeners got to say about it in the chat room?
I don't know. They apparently she worked on a TV show that Tracy Edmonds used to executive produce, direct, whatever.
So I think about it. If you're a 60-year-old guy dating a 45-year-old woman, that's fine. But you know, that's a 15-year difference.
Right. But the more you slide down, the more problematic it is. Like you can't be 15 dating a 30-year-old.
Yeah, it's a sliding scale with that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I just feel like
would you date somebody that's the age of your oldest daughter?
Oldest?
Yes. I said oldest for a reason.
Bree's like 32. Bree's 32. Trust me, I can hang now.
Pilar. That's Pilar.
I can hang.
Well, the young Pilar, I'm sure, had a different, you know.
Well, she still looks great. She still looks great.
I don't know how much in common I would have with a 30-year-old. You said 32?
She probably got that tie. That's what it is.
Thigh.
I mean, that's different. I mean, for lack of a better term, a hit in a relationship with somebody is totally different.
Well, if that thigh is like that thigh, after you hit, you may end up in a relationship.
I don't know. She want to watch Sesame Street and stuff, and I don't think that'll work, man.
Don't play Sesame Street.
Yeah, I don't think that will work.
Oh.
All right,
that's too young. That's too young.
Before we move on, Ollie, how about you?
Would I date somebody 15 years younger than me?
15, 20 years younger.
I mean, I'm 30, so he'd be 15. That wouldn't be right.
You're 30?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Okay, continue, Ollie. I'm sorry.
But I would consider it. They just seem like they don't know how to wash their body parts appropriately at such a young age. So I don't know if I could really.
Yeah, that sounds like some experience right there.
No, I'm just saying. We all have. Don't you have? Well, you didn't have any sons, but you have sons.
No, I don't have sons.
No, I know you don't. I'm saying Doug. I mean Ryan does.
Somebody pulled out a stinky tool on you, Ollie.
No.
Damn, that's nasty. Why would you say it like that?
Well, she said it. I didn't say it. She said it. I was just asking.
You said sticky or stinky?
Stinky.
Yes.
Stuff stuck together. Too. Oh, goodness. Anyway, in other news, we also have Real Housewives of, I used to say this Potomac. I don't know why I thought, but Potomac, the Real Housewives of the Potomac. Bless her heart. Karen Huger was sentenced the other day to 2 years with 1 year suspended for her 4th DUI.
You can't have 4 damn DUIs. You can't have 4. You can't have 4 DUIs.
That sounds impossible to me.
You can't have 4 DUIs. How did they allow her to even be in a position to get her 4th DUI?
Yeah, you should. If you get 2 DUIs, you should be done with driving forever.
Well, they have taken her license. Even when she gets out, she can't drive for I think she has to use one of those little machines that you got to blow in when they do give it back to her. Yeah, to start the car, and it's bad. So the other day I was watching, I don't watch The Real Housewives. My mama, that's her guilty pleasure. And she was watching it, and they just had a picture of Karen in there for their little, when they do the end scene or whatever, y'all know what I'm talking about, the little final episode. And so they're all in their little dresses with the boobs pushed up to their necks, but they just had a picture of Karen. And
up to their necks.
Oh my God, if you go back and look at pictures, you'll be like, what in the world? Did nobody clothes fit? Only one person's clothes fit, and that was Jamal Bryant's ex-wife, Giselle Bryant. And hers was cut out, so you could see all the side boob. They was stuffed in them little dresses, bless their hearts. But yeah, Karen wasn't there, and I wondered why, and that's why she gone on to the jail.
Wow.
Karen.
And they gave her a lot to go with. Like, she can't drive. She got a license suspended for I think 5 years afterwards. But if she has 3 on her probationary years are good, then she'll get the license back. But you got to use the little to start the car. And y'all, if y'all see everybody out there, go look at the video, the dash cam. I mean, it was not, she had a bad accident. She could have killed herself. She hit a tree or something. And then her husband comes and she talking to him. The police are asking her questions. And she's like, honey, are you okay? You okay, baby? And she walk over there to her like, ma'am, we are trying. And they were being very nice to her. But she was just like, I am lit like a Roman candle. I might have had a couple of beers. They said, what kind of beer do you have? Honey, are you okay? You over there okay? It was like she was just,
that sounds impossible to me. What kind of laws? And that's DC. Potomac is DC,
yeah,
like DMV area, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
they were very nice.
Driving around there.
Very nice.
They're letting people on the road to 4 DUIs. I'm gonna be careful driving in DMV.
Absolutely, because this was her 4th, and they were like, "That's it." I don't know what her punishments were up to the other ones. Clearly, they weren't a lack of license taken because she was out there.
Yeah, that's tough.
So, but bless her heart, the picture. I was like, oh my goodness, I know she hates this out in the world because she was very, very vain, honey, in her 60s. She's 60 something. Y'all can't be doing that at that age.
Well, I don't know. I guess it's a lot of people don't have intentions on actually getting drunk. But that I'm not making excuses for anyone. I am quick to just call a car, especially with Uber these days, all the ride shares. What's it gonna cost you? $15, $20 to get to the crib?
Yeah,
come on, man.
I'm gonna tell you.
Come on, man.
You get in a bad accident and hurt yourself or hurt somebody else, you gonna be real mad when you think all I had to do was pay a $30 Uber.
And it's on our phones, man. It's right on our phones.
Yeah. But when you drunk, you're not thinking right though.
I tell my wife all the time when she goes out, I don't care where the car is. I don't care how we get the car back home. But if you think you've had an ounce too much, holla at your boy. I have no problem coming to get you.
Yeah.
And I'll deal with the car. You wake up in the morning, the car be at the house somehow. But just don't get in the car drunk.
Paying an attorney is
going to jail.
Losing your job.
$10,000.
Yeah. Knock a wood, man.
Tell them about the show, Arlie. Where they can find
you at. You all. Thank you so much for finding me on all media platforms at Arlie Michelle, or welcome to Arlewood. It's the No Show with Nadi and Arlie on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. We be talking about good stuff because you need to know. Have a great weekend, dogs and poodles, Stew Nation.
Thank you, Arlie.
Thank you, Arlie. Thank you, Arlie.
We appreciate you, player. We appreciate you. That's the wonderful Arlie Michelle with the Two Live Stews Experience Entertainment Report. Up next in the Doghouse with your boys, the Two Live Stews, we'll get to Nadi's Funky 4 stories. And then we'll get to your calls. We're also going to talk about this dude right here, man. I want you to look at this picture. Just look at this picture. The question in the comment is, why does he get a pass? No longer from me. We'll talk about it up next.
It's very simple.
We got your top 5 coming too, man, because there's a new winner in this bitch.
Oh, my gosh.
And also, man, we got our last 48.
Oh, my gosh.
It's going to be a wonderful segment. You're in the dog pound. Dogs and poodles, it's the Two Live Stews, and we're back. Our debate that started us on radio was the effectiveness of the option, idiot.
You call your brother idiot? I never call you an idiot.
Dummy. What you did is hijack the show. I'm done. Doug Stewart and Ryan Stewart streaming live Monday and Thursday at 7 a.m.
That's the number 2 live stews, youtube.com. 2 live stews, youtube.com.
Have you ever been stranded on the side of the road, Arlie?
Yes.
It's not comfortable, is it?
No.
Dogs and poodles, if you find yourself in a jam on the side of the highway, give my folks at Bay 11 Towing a call, 404-770-6949. Again, that's 404-770-6949. Being stranded on the side of the road in Metro Atlanta is very stressful and dangerous. Bay 11 Towing is who you need to call, whether you're dealing with a flat tire, dead battery, full-on breakdown, or whatever that may have you on the side of the road. Call our folks at Bay 11 Towing, and they will get to you with a competitive rate and quicker than everybody else in town. Again, that's Bay 11 Towing. That number is 404-770-6949. And that's all them folk right there.
All right, little Boosie.
Right
Yeah.
Good morning, Naughty Dread.
Hey, you got to get that paper, baby. Little black folks ain't paying.
The makeup of the Two Live Stews and your Two Live Stews is joined by Naughty Dread now.
What's up? What's happening, players?
We talked about
Naughty,
it earlier. I'm sure you heard in the background, Doug and I talking about Little Boosie performing at someone's wedding.
Yeah.
Naughty, do you have any idea how much money he makes for an appearance fee? Or if he is doing the show, you have any idea how much money Boosie makes for an appearance fee?
I have no idea, but I'm pretty sure it's a good chunk of change.
Okay. All right.
Let me do a quick little research.
Greg, get to
you know, Arlie do weddings and stuff like that. I mean, so she might have an idea about how much they're gonna be.
No, everybody's number different.
Okay, I mean, I'm saying, but she might have an idea.
So I'm looking at an article from Vibe.com, March 7th.
I got it, Doug. Little Boosie's appearance fee for performing at arenas is typically between $90,000 and $100,000. However, he has turned down offers that were significantly higher than this. So apparently, he's making around $100,000 to pull up to do his thing, and he turns it down from time to time, which I don't see how he would put himself in a position to do that. But my good friends at Google say he makes 100 stacks for showing up to do a show.
I'm sure that he charges more to put on that tuxedo too.
Right, that's a good chunk of change. You gotta get that. Mm-hmm. I don't know when the last time he had a platinum album.
I hear that Steve Harvey makes $25,000 to just walk through a room. Not to grab a mic, not to say anything, nothing. Just to walk from the front door to the back, he gets $25,000.
Would you pay? Would you pay a high ticket price to watch Steve Harvey walk through a room?
Well, no. But again, when he does that, you and I don't know he's just doing a walkthrough. What we do though, when we see him, not you and I.
No, I'm saying if Steve Harvey's name is on a flyer, he's going to be at a club. Would that urge you to pay, or would you be more interested in going just because you might see Steve Harvey?
No, not me, but the general public. Hell yeah, they're gonna go because Steve gonna be there. And they can take their phone out and say, "I was in the building with Steve Harvey." When he walks through, you can see everybody doing this. Everybody. Oh yeah. They get walkthrough fees for a reason, sir.
Right.
All right, Dre, let's get to this funky four, man.
Right, let's get to it. Let's stick with a little football right now, man. I ain't got no graphic for this one, but they're discussing other things also outside of the Tush push. They're discussing the kickoff rule. They want to give teams position at the 35-yard line instead of the 30 on touchback. The league is also considering moving the kickoff 5 yards further back, beginning the kickoff at the team's own 30-yard line. Now, the rule changes to the kickoff last season led to a 57% rise in kickoff returns. That's per Pro Football Talk, while delivering a lower rate of injury. So the vote will take place at the annual league meeting set for next month. At least 24 teams need to approve of any proposed rule changes. Your thoughts on the new kickoff rule ideas? It's not set in stone yet.
I'm very glad you brought that up because I want to get back to the Tush push that we didn't finish discussing because we went off on a tangent on something else. But I'm all for the changes. I did not like the aesthetics of the kickoff or the new kickoff, but it was effective when it comes to the numbers going up and the concussions coming down. There was 17% less concussions last year on the kickoff returns because of the new rules. I'm fine with it.
Did you mention how many touchdowns were scored last year? Or you didn't get into that? Did I miss that, Nadi?
No, I didn't get to how many touchdowns were actually had.
I hate when they change the fundamentals of the game. I'm willing to bet it was a huge reduction in returns last year as well for touchdowns.
Well, what's the stat you just said?
Well, I mean,
what was it?
56% rise in kickoff returns. So
it was a rise.
Yeah, but usually there's a couple return for touchdowns. I'm going to guess
there was some
there were no kickoff returns for touchdowns.
There were kickoff returns for touchdowns.
There were several.
That's what I'm asking you. That's what I'm asking you. Did you have that stat?
No, I don't have the exact number, but from watching football, I remember there was several kickoff returns for touchdowns.
As a matter of fact, I'm willing to say that number went up last year too. The touchdowns that were scored. But anyway, back to the tush push real quick. Since 2022, the Eagles have run the tush push 108 times. Okay? Where a team lines up, you know what the tush push is, all right? Now, nearly twice as many as the next closest team. The Bills did it 55 times. Eagles 108, Bills 55, and 92 more times than the third most attempts, which was the Chicago Bears, and they tried it 16 times. So it's a significant difference in tush pushes with success in the league for the Eagles versus everybody else. Why?
Well, because their quarterback, and I hate this. You know what this reminds me of?
What does this remind you of?
This reminds me of them taking the dunk out of college basketball because they couldn't stop Kareem.
Right.
It's the same thing with the Eagles. Their quarterback squats 600 pounds.
Right.
So you want to take that resource, you want to take that ability away from him just
them.
Because he's better and more athletic than your guy, than 90% of the other quarterbacks in the league. I hate that type of stuff.
Good for you, sir. If it's because he squats 600 pounds and he's a little shorter than the average quarterback, find somebody on your team that squats 600 pounds and that's his size and put him in there for that one play.
It just seems totally unfair. It just seems totally
unfair. But don't
tell
me we can't do it because we have success at it and y'all don't. Sirianni says they practice it a lot, and that's why they have success.
There's also strategy to it, and a lot of teams don't take that into effect because you saw Buffalo against Kansas City in the AFC Championship game. They tried to push several times. The city stifled them, stopped them. So it's not 100% guaranteed. I mean, Philly got stopped a couple times, but not when it counted.
Yep. All right. Second story, Dre. Appreciate that. That's a good one.
Yeah, speaking of Philly, man, Joel Embiid, you know, he's been dealing with this knee injury, and, you know, they're saying, I mean, this is per Michael Haynes of the Philadelphia Inquirer. Embiid could have to undergo any one of 3 radical procedures to give him a chance at resuming his career at something close to full strength. The list of potential procedures include a meniscus replacement, a low-dose radiation therapy, or something known as osteotomy that would require doctors to break a bone in the hip to realign the joint to alleviate pressure. Hayes noted doctors have said some of those procedures could require between 6 months and a 4-year rehab before an athlete could come back. Now, they lost to the Knicks last night. Your Knicks, Ryan, they lost to them 110 to 105.
Very competitive game. They were up the majority of the game, but Philly came back towards the end of the fourth quarter and made it a competition.
PG played well, 25-7. Maxey had 30-5. But the Philadelphia 76ers are 12th in the East at 20-38. They lost one. They're 1-9 in their last 10. But they're only 2.5 back out of the 10th place. Should the 76ers just go ahead and shut Embiid down?
I don't believe they hadn't shut him down to this point. It blows my mind. Y'all just gave the man $190 million, apparently. You got to sit him down. He's no good to nobody. He's no good to himself right now.
And the way you described it just now, he might be done. I mean, this might be one of them things like we talked about the other day. Like Shaggy always talked about big, tall guys always having foot problems and little issues like that, man. It's too much weight to have these types of problems and think they're going to get better when he's getting older. Yeah, I mean, it's really sad. It's really sad.
It is sad. I just think Philadelphia as an organization, they're totally delusional. I mean, they gave him a huge contract extension just last year, knowing his injury history. Then you got Nick Nurse saying, we're not really calling him out for the season yet. We're not really shutting him down. And then you got Paul George, who's saying that he's ending his podcast for the foreseeable future because he want to focus on the goal of bringing a championship to Philly this season.
These new players.
What the hell is going on?
These cats make so much money. These cats make so much money they can say whatever the hell they're thinking. It's an embarrassment that Paul George has the balls to say he's gonna sit during the season. Okay, right. Already after the All-Star break, during the season, he's gonna step away from podcasting to focus on his job. What?
That's the craziest shit I've ever heard in my life.
Oh gosh, you only make it a year, Paul.
He should
only
be
make it a year.
Soon.
Yeah.
All right. Third story, Dred.
My third story is actually gonna be my Black History story because I'm gonna leave the last story for you guys to talk about because you guys gonna talk about it anyway. And Turbo Malone. While experiencing with the hair and different hair care products, she developed and manufactured her own line of non-damaging hair straighteners, special oils, and hair stimulant products for African American women. She named her product the Wonderful Hair Grower. In 1902, Turnbull made a thriving in St. Louis where she and 3 employees sold the hair care products door to door. Due to high demand for the products in St. Louis, Turnbull opened her first shop in 1902. One of her selling agents was Madam C.J. Walker. Right. Walker allegedly took the original Poro formula and created her own brand. This is being disputed, though.
Wait a minute. You saying isn't Madam C.J. Walker? You remember they had that beauty shop off of Auburn Avenue right by the lodge?
Yes, sir.
And it was Madam C.J. Walker. So, Nadi, what you telling us is Madam C.J. Walker stole her recipe?
She's the mentor for Madam C.J. Walker. It started with her.
But they seem like they give the credit to Madam C.J. Walker about.
Yeah, they do. And but Madam C.J. Walker's apparently supposed to steal it because Madam C.J. Walker ended up moving from St. Louis to Colorado to do her business.
So where does the one in Atlanta come into play? You know, I shouldn't have put you on the spot.
I don't know how it came to play in Atlanta, but she was filthy rich by the time she passed away.
Yeah, so
I mean, she made over $500,000 her last year, and in those times, that equates to millions.
That's 15-20 million. Yeah.
Right. Wow. Yeah. So me and Ryan are also Prince Hall Masons, and our lodge was located off of Auburn Avenue, and right in the same building.
Shouts out to the brothers at St. James Lodge number 4 in the ATL, one of the oldest lodges in the state of Georgia.
And in the same building at the bottom, there's a museum. They turned the hairdresser, Madam C.J. Walker hairdresser, into a museum. And it looks, it's very interesting if you're into history like that. Very cool. But now I'm finding out she stole the damn recipe.
Yeah, I hate to hear that.
The development was one of the reasons why Miss Turnbull copyrighted her products under the name Poro. In 1918, she established Poro College, a cosmetology school and center. The building included retail store where the products were sold, a business office, 500-seat auditorium, dining and meeting rooms, a roof garden, dormitory, gymnasium, bakery, and chapel. It served the African American community as a center for religious and social functions.
Look how pretty they look.
Yeah,
they all look like ladies, like just such ladies.
That was back then, man. It was a little
bit
different back then.
You notice the picture though, right?
Yeah, you notice ain't nothing on trying to be Caucasian.
We went from that to twerking videos with Cardi B.
To sexy red.
Right.
You seen that video with Cardi B, man, on that couch?
I've only watched it 1,000 times. with lotion.
It's hard not to watch, right? Once you see it, it's hard to unturn off.
Now, listen, I don't watch it during the evenings when my kids are home. But when my kids are at school, I've been spending time with
Right. You just watch it on your laptop.
Literally. Anyway, now let's move on before I get in trouble.
Yeah, let me finish up with this sister because she was man, she was powerful, and a lot of people skip over her to talk about Madam C.J. Walker, who, I mean, after doing a lot of research, Madam C.J. Walker had some questionable character, but I'm not here to down her because she did great in the entrepreneurial field. I'm saying she was an entrepreneur as well, so I applaud her, but she has some questionable character. By the 1920s, Ann Turbo had become a multi-millionaire. While extremely wealthy, Malone lived modestly, giving thousands of dollars to the local Black YMCA and the Howard University College of Medicine in Washington, D.C. She became a benefactor of the St. Louis Colored Orphans Home, where she served as president on the board of directors to 1943. The facility has renamed in the entrepreneur's honor as the Annie Malone Children and Family Service Center, and the street which was renamed Annie Malone Drive in her honor. So shout out to the sister, man.
Thank you, Nadi.
For spirit. And we do this last one real quick because y'all gonna talk about it.
Go ahead.
You know, you got Floyd Mayweather. He was on the show called the Money Making, where he had his products that he was endorsing. He talked about real estate in Manhattan, getting his product, and he donated a lot of money to the LA fires and the Hawaii fires as well. But he did make some controversial statements, and I know everybody loves Floyd Mayweather, but these are his statements. I'm gonna play the statements, and you guys can talk about it in whichever manner you wish.
As a budding Manhattan real estate mogul, about another Manhattan real estate mogul, a guy named Donald Trump. What do you think about the way he's going at it? Like, what are your thoughts on the way this administration is trying to reinvigorate the country?
Well, the world, I mean, I'm saying in America, we're never happy. At least I'm happy, but we're never happy. When we had Trump before, we didn't appreciate him. But I think Trump is a great president. Actually, he's the best president. In my eyes, he's the best president we ever had. A great businessman, and that's what it's about. Trump has done an amazing job, and a lot of people around America are upset. But no matter who goes in the White House, we're always upset.
Right.
And I think Trump is the man for the job. He's the best president in my eyes.
Well, he's out of touch with reality. A Trump presidency doesn't affect him at all when he got $1 billion in the bank.
It helps him.
Right. Trump is really
this bureaucracy that they're taking this chainsaw to is benefiting the people that's got the bread.
Absolutely. So yeah, Floyd would say something like that. You brought up Mike Tyson earlier.
I'm done with Floyd and Mike, and I love both of them. You know how much I love both of them.
So
I'm done
you
with
know
Floyd
what?
and Mike.
So if Tree can put the meme back up there for a second, so we can remind
Floyd Mayweather and Mike Tyson can kiss my ass.
So you know what? I'm all for saying Floyd is delusional. You know what I think? I think the deal with Mike Tyson and this whole love affair that he has with Trump or whatever, I think it's as simple as God looks out for fools and babies.
Yes.
I don't think we even think that Mike Tyson is that intelligent enough to understand the issues and the problems that Donald Trump brings.
Also,
I think we kind of give him a pass because we just don't think he's intelligent. You see what I'm saying?
Trump befriends black men that are at the top of the industry. And Floyd and Tyson were both at the top of the boxing industry. So they were befriended by Trump then. So they still have love for him now.
And maybe Trump might have done something to get Tyson out of jail a couple of days early. I don't know.
Maybe.
But I guess I'm not as mad as Tyson as I am at Floyd because I just think Tyson is not the sharpest pencil in the box.
Up next in the dog,
you know what I'm saying?
2 Live Stews, we got a top 5. There's a winner, and we also will get to the last 48. We'll get into the last 48. We'll get into the last 48.
I just don't understand this top 5 voting this time, man.
You had white people on your list.
No, that's not true.
You broke a rule of the top 5.
That's not true.
Y'all check out those lunch and learns, man. Get the knowledge and the wealth. Up next, I told you what's coming down. Y'all keep it locked to your boys, the 2 Live Stews on your Two Live Stews experience.
Yeah.
Look at that. Oh, look at that clean list right there.
Imagine feeling invigorated and focused, not by artificial substances, but by natural pre-workout supplements. This isn't just a thought, but a reality many athletes and fitness enthusiasts are embracing. They hold the key to elevated performance without the commonly associated side effects of synthetic products. However, overlooking the potential of these supplements means missing out on that all-natural energy boost and focus. It means accepting unnecessary crashes post-workout. It's a pain point that no fitness enthusiast should grapple with, especially when there's a healthier alternative. At Lion Roar Herbs, we produce a vegan all-natural pre-workout that is proven to increase performance and boost every workout. Visit us at lionroarherbs.com to learn more and look for natural performance energy. That's NPE. We are sure you will feel the difference.
South Carolina and surroundings, Sunday, May 4th. It's the biggest Southern soul show ever to hit the South. Starring Arthur Young. Young Guy. FPJ.
It's a party going on today.
Fat Daddy. Also, Tony Armani. Miss Poochie, Roy Chip Anthony, Candy Janae, Maya B, plus more. We call it all the steppers in the South. Meet us in Santee, South Carolina, Sunday, May 4th. Music by DJ Cleve and DJ Pac-Man. Hosted by Andy B and DJ Dirty. For Young Guy, Fat Daddy, plus more. Sunday, May 4th at the Gilmore Sports Complex in Santee, South Carolina. Get your tickets now at Eventbrite. Or for more info, contact 252.
It's your boys, Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart, the Two Live Stews and the Two Live Stews experience. I'm going to Santee, South Carolina. What's the date on that again? I'm going to Santee, South Carolina. What's the date on that again?
I don't think I still don't think you realize how big this movement is.
What? Are you kidding me?
With the trail rides.
Carolina, I get it.
No, but I'm saying, go ahead.
We grew up listening to that type of music.
We absolutely did, and I think these young people have taken it to a higher level. We grew up listening to Clarence Carter and Bobby Blue Bland, and we called it juke joint music. I think they call it Southern Soul now.
Hey,
okay.
Man, shouts out to my homie Corrente Brown. He called me a couple days ago asking me if we want to get a sponsorship to an event he's doing. I said, well, what's the event? He said he's renting out the fairground in Moncks Corner to do a black rodeo.
Right, black rodeo, trail rides. Like it's big. It's big.
It's huge.
It's huge. And learning the little line dance or whatever. There's several, obviously, but this thing is big, man. So shouts out to DJ Cleve. I know DJ Cleve. I think he might even went to South Carolina State. They mentioned him in the DJ, but I just need people to understand because it's coming. It may not have hit your city, your town yet, but it's big. Couple announcements I got to make, man. Would you like to promote your business on the Two Live Stews and the Stewart Media Entertainment Network? Okay. We have different packages, different size packages where you can even be a title sponsor to the show and have naming rights to the show, to the segments, et cetera, et cetera. All right. Email me at SME. You see it right there. SME.DougStewart@gmail.com. SME.DougStewart@gmail.com. We'd love to do business with you. We'd love to partner with you and promote your brand. And lastly, don't forget, Monday, 12 noon Eastern time, Lunch and Learn number 4, the 4th installment of Lunch and Learn, where I'm talking about life insurance. This particular episode, I'm going to break down the Rockefeller effect. All right. Okay. You can search it to do a little pre-research on it, but I'm going to promote the Rockefeller method, not effect, the Rockefeller method where you invest in life insurance and you build generational wealth that continues forever and ever and ever. A little bit like the $1 Million Baby concept I did like 2 sessions ago, but this is just straight investing where your family becomes wealthy and continues to stay wealthy. All right, so this Monday at 12 noon, right here on the network, Lunch and learn number 4, the Rockefeller method.
At the end of the show, the Naughty Dread will come in and make corrections from our mistakes that we may have made throughout the course of today's show. However, he's already gifted me with this knowledge. In 2024, there were 920 returns for 25,386 yards. That's 27.5 yards per return. And there were 7 TDs, and the average drive started on the 30.1 yard line. In 2023, go ahead. No, go ahead. In 2023, there were 587 returns for 13,530 yards, which is right over 23 yards per return, and 4 TDs. The average drive started at the 28.8 yard line. So what does that say? That the change in the kickoff return and the kickoff team changed things for the better when it comes to more return yards and more returns.
More return touchdowns.
Correct.
Okay. All right.
Correct.
17.
So
I would have never. Go ahead.
It made it better. However, the concussions dropped right near 20%.
Yeah, I would have never guessed there were 7 TD returns last year. I would have never guessed that. I would have guessed like 1 or 2, maybe, if that.
Yeah. So they know what they're doing, and it's making sense.
All right.
It's
So
time to get into the shut up. Shut up. It's time to get into the top 5. And because I'm the current top 5 champ, I'll be the one deciding who does what, who does where, and who does why during this segment.
You
It's
down?
the top 5.
You
Shut
down?
up! Shut up! It's the top 5 segment. And the champ, call me whatever you want. The champ gets to run this segment. And it's me right now. Damn it, shut up! Here's my list, because I will be going first. Thank you, Tree. Top 5 black female names. And I tell you, I went straight nigga on them with these names. Shanika, Trina, Wanda, Ebony, Keisha, not with an E-I, with an E-S-H-A. And then I threw the Kiki in there for a little cream on the top. Show the losers list, Tree, but don't keep it up there long. Take it down. Thank you. I am the current top 5 champion.
Yeah, but you're down by 5. You're down 10
I'm
to
gonna
5.
tell you one more time to shut up. I'll tell you when you can talk.
I need you to speak in the microphone.
It's a landslide. It's a
Thank you,
landslide. I just want to say it.
Thank you, Tree. We like slides.
I don't know.
Oh.
Absolutely. Slide, slippity slide.
Shut it. Shut it, Doug.
I don't
Shut
know
it.
I
Shut
can
it,
talk.
Doug.
I don't know where I went wrong with this list because this list was phenomenal.
You had a white lady's name on your list.
I tried to give names that were
Who spells Keisha with an E-I? White people spell Keisha with E-I.
I tried to give common names. Like some of the names you had are very rare. They're very, very black, but they're very rare. Like there's not a lot of Shanikas. That's a black name, but it's not a lot of them. All of my names were common names that there's a gazillion of them. There's a gazillion of vets. There's a gazillion Tamikas. There's a gazillion Aaliyahs. There's a gazillion Keishas, and there's a gazillion Ebonies.
You should have won every top 5 in the month of February because you're Mr. Black. But you're gonna lose. You're going out in Black History Month a loser.
Let's move on from that. We'll have a new top 5 on Monday.
No, Doug, don't do that because you gotta. We're on the outs right now, but you be staying in it too much.
Yep,
like
that's right.
Let him have the moment, please.
That's right.
For God's sake.
That's
From
right.
Deanna says every Keisha I know is spelled with EI. Yeah, the mayor of Atlanta.
Guess what, Deanna?
The mayor of Atlanta spells Keisha with her name is Keisha. She spells it with EI. I don't know. You threw all this propaganda into the conversation.
Right. Well,
Keisha Lance Bottom uses EI.
The people have spoken.
The mayor of Atlanta.
Keisha Lance Bottom spells her name like white Keishas do. Black Keishas spell it the way I spelled it.
Go ahead, man.
Now, we're going to end this segment and move on and get to the last 48.
What were you saying, Arlie?
I said all the way you spell. There are no white Keishas. Keikeykes, all of them black. Ain't no white Keishas.
That's Kesha. That's the singer Kesha. But I didn't want to say any. No.
Thank you.
No,
Thank
Ryan,
you.
I'm in agreement with them.
What
That
am I
looks
missing
like
here?
Kesha.
Thank you, Ollie. Thank you, Ollie.
The Keisha that Doug used is
That's
the white
not
singer.
Right.
Hey,
Thank you,
we don't
Ollie.
give the
Thank you, Ollie.
hashtag let Ryan read.
Thank
She's
you,
a white
Ollie.
Keisha.
Thank you, Ollie.
Ollie, you gotta pick a side, Ollie.
Thank you, Ollie. Yeah, yours doesn't even say Keisha. Yours says Kesha. Okay,
There's
if
a
you
white
understand,
singer
if you
named
understand
Kesha.
grammar,
Mine
yours says Kesha.
right. Yours says wrong per the people.
Let's move on. Let's move on.
Per the people. Mine says right and yours says wrong. The people have spoken.
His
FM says
white.
this is Ryan's moment. You're right. I'm gonna let you have your moment, man. Go ahead.
Then shut up.
You get beat down in this thing so much. I'm gonna let you have your moment. Go ahead, man.
Who got beat down? Who got beat down this week? Who got beat down? You talking about old stuff. Thank you all very much for your participation in the top 5. Hey, listeners, everybody that voted for me, when we do our next live podcast, ice cream on me. Straight up, ice cream on me.
How are you gonna get everybody ice cream? Look at there. Lion Ryan. That's got to be a shirt, man. It looked like you telling a lie. A bold-faced lie. Let's go.
Let's get
48.
to the last 48, Tree.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for the top 5, y'all. I appreciate y'all. I really appreciate y'all. For just doing it the right way, that's all. For not buying into the propaganda, for not falling for Doug's antics. Thank y'all for doing it the right way. Thank y'all. I dug deep for those names. I mean, I dug real deep. Thank y'all for your support. Does Doug ever thank y'all? No. I do, though. Thank you. I mean, listen, in his eyes, it's all about him, y'all. It's all about him.
Can we move on,
But
man?
with me, it's about you, the listeners, and the chat. It's about y'all. Thank y'all.
You
Ice cream on your boy.
You campaigning it right now. How are you gonna get everybody ice cream?
I'll deal with that. I'll figure it out.
I'll deal with that. You lying to the people, telling them you're gonna get them ice cream. You're not gonna come through with your campaign promise.
Shut up. Shut up. Trump doesn't. Well, Trump is coming through with all his. He told
you got a lot of Trumpian ways about yourself. You do realize that, right? You're a gaslight extraordinaire.
Real quick.
You promise.
I'm gonna give you a couple of seconds to take that back.
You promising people ice cream that you're not going to deliver on.
Look at Pumpkin. Look at my mama, so pretty. Gracious peas. She still look the same too. She's a beautiful lady. See how you see she's holding me, right?
Go on to the last
favorite child.
She's holding you because your head would fall to one side. That's why she's holding you, keeping you balanced.
What would happen? What would happen?
Weeble wobble. That's when it came up with Weeble wobbles. Big ass head. Let's go, man.
She holds you because put me back up real quick, Tree.
You weeble wobble, but they don't fall down.
She's holding you because if she did, you do this.
Right. You tilt to one side. All right, here we go.
Oh gosh. I can't pick one of these.
Chevy Nova easy. I
can't pick one of these.
And I would call it a Green Goblin.
Man, the Chevelle is a beautiful car, man.
Not better than that Nova at the top, though.
I think I would probably take the Nova 2, man. But these are two classics right here. Ooh. I hope to own one of them in the future. I really do. Those are beautiful.
And if you had if them tires with the white writing on the outside,
yeah.
Ooh,
yeah. That's two beautiful cars, man.
66, 67. So
Porsche's got a 67 Chevelle, man. It's one of the most beautiful Chevelles I've ever seen in my life.
I was born in 69, so these were still, some of these probably were still in the road when I was 4 or 5 or 6.
Yep.
I remember Novas. Novas were real prevalent in our hometown back in the 70s.
Mm.
That's a beautiful car on top.
That's two beautiful cars, man.
All right, next one, Tree.
Mm-hmm. Oh boy. Look, man. Look, man, these comparison things are killing the game right now. I mean, they got these streets jacked up right now.
Now listen, I want to say a couple things about this. I posted this yesterday, and it just drew a big
Tell the truth.
Hullabaloo.
Tell the truth.
I think hullabaloo is a South Carolina term. Y'all use hullabaloo down there in Mississippi, Arlie? No.
You said no.
A hullabaloo is a big thing. Okay. Bring it back up, Tree. I don't know why these comparisons to Troy Aikman keep coming up, but this popped on my timeline.
Well, he's loved. He's loved by these people.
I thought it was very interesting that Lamar Jackson has played 60 less games, but thrown just as many touchdowns. Yet he's thrown how many less interceptions? I'm looking for the interception stat. 100 less interceptions.
100, sir.
100 less interceptions. Now, listen, I'm not a stat guy. This is for you stat guys.
I'm a stat guy.
I use my eyes. My eyes tell me that Lamar Jackson is far more valuable and a better quarterback and will help you win more games than Troy Aikman did. I don't need to see this.
No question.
I don't need to see this.
That's a factual statement.
Oh, here we come.
No, I just want to ask you, you guys don't factor in the time that they played into it? Because if we look at stats of Matthew Stafford and compare him to Joe Montana, he's blowing Joe Montana out the water. That's just a question I wanted to ask you guys.
That's part of it, not because definitely they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage more back in the day. Now things are leaning on the passing side.
Absolutely, yes, because you're right. Back in the day, they ran the ball more. The offenses didn't have 4 and 5 wide receivers. So you do have to factor that in to be fair. Okay, I'm acknowledging that. But that being said, for the stat guys out there, I don't need my stats. I use my eyes most of the time. Yes, you should include stats in the conversation, but if you just look at what the player does in the field should be enough. This is really to submit the conversation to stat guys. Stat guys should look at that and be like, how the hell did he throw 100 less interceptions in 60 less games?
Let me take a second to thank Nadi for
put it back up
coming
in the tree one more time.
Yeah, thank Nadi for bringing in that knowledge and his thoughts to the situation. If anything, this should glorify Lamar more.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
he's even got a higher passing percentage, and he's not even known as a passer.
Right, that's exactly right.
And he doesn't have a Hall of Fame wide receiver, Michael Irvin.
No,
he didn't have a Hall of Fame. He doesn't have a Hall of Fame running back like Emmitt Smith
until this year with Henry. Yeah,
because
guess what?
He's already won.
When it comes to rushing attempts, he's got almost 2,000 more yards on the, and those yards matter.
Yeah, and okay, so even on that conversation, nobody would ever even bring up the whole rushing thing. But the man's got 6,000 rushing yards to 1,000.
Right.
And Aikman had played more games. But they're gonna make you feel like that's not even worth the conversation. That this guy's got 6,000 yards rushing.
There's a reason why, okay, all the quarterbacks in the NFL are starting to look like one dynamic versus the other. You need that mobility in today's game. You got to have it. Quarterbacks that can't get 500, 600, 700 yards on the ground, you got to find something else to do.
And listen, and I think Troy Aikman was a great quarterback.
So
but Lamar is greater.
And I want to add this too before we move on.
Listen, he doesn't have the Super Bowl rings, but once again, for everybody that says
what I was about to say,
he doesn't have Super Bowl rings. Go ahead.
Those are 3 Super Bowl rings with a Super Bowl MVP is very important and adds to the legacy of Aikman. But again, whatever is still a team metric when it comes to winning.
Super Bowls are a team metric.
Yep. All right, up next in the Doghouse with your boys, the Two Live Stews. We'll finish the last 48, and then we'll get into your chat. We're going to do a lot of the chat. We're going to pound the chat out.
We got a couple more. You got a couple more memes. You did mention that just now?
I just said we'll finish the last 48.
Okay, all right.
I just said that.
I'm sorry.
But you're not listening?
I was reading one of these chat messages.
What the hell are you doing over there?
We got to read this chat message later. I'm sorry.
Who was it from? Which one was it?
I'm not going to even say. I'm not going to say.
Because you can't find it. Never mind.
I can't find it.
What you're looking at.
You're right.
All right, whatever y'all do, man, y'all keep it locked. All about y'all up next with reading the chat after we finish the last 48. It's your boys, the Two Live Stews and the Two Live Stews Experience. Real quick, Two Live Stews TV launching soon. TwoLiveStews.tv launching soon. Y'all keep it locked.
Never mind. I ain't gonna do it today. What is it, Douglas?
What's the question that we asked earlier? In their prime, how's it go?
In their prime.
In their prime.
Mm-hmm.
Who was bigger? Who would you take? In their prime, Chris Brown or Bobby Brown? Or Bobby Brown?
Bobby Brown.
Yeah, because we were adults and Chris Brown was like 16. Like Go ahead.
Listen, I like Breezy a lot. I'm a huge Breezy guy.
When you say taste, what are you saying? Musically or like attractive?
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about at the height of their career, who was bigger? Like, who was a bigger star?
See, I think Chris Brown has he's commanding more stadiums and stuff, but I just think it's the art of technology. If we had the ability to do that, because you think about it, they're still touring and they're selling out stadiums. But at the height of their career, it's almost like comparing. People don't give Teddy Pendergrass his credit. He was selling out huge stadiums back before he had the accident and went on to glory. Right. But people don't think about that. They think about these other people. So
Teddy Pendergrass,
that's so random. Teddy Pendergrass.
He didn't go to glory when he had that accident. He
went to glory after the accident. I'm saying when he had the accident, then later went on to glory.
He was paralyzed for a long. I think he was paralyzed.
He was paralyzed for the rest of his life until he went on to glory.
Tree, what do you say?
I agree with Arlie that we didn't have the technology. If we're talking about
social media is playing big into, and why y'all saying what y'all saying?
Right.
No question.
Yeah.
I think Bobby Brown has the swag. You put them. He was a
Brown
dancer,
confident.
Our mother's favorite entertainer is Bobby Brown, man.
Your mom?
Yes, our mom's favorite entertainer is Bobby Brown.
You never heard that story we told Arlie?
No. They like Bobby Bradford Brown. What's his middle name? Bradford Brown.
We are at the Palm Restaurant right here in Buckhead.
Oh, Lord. Him and Whitney's hang out.
We were at the Palm Restaurant, had our families there. This was Christmas time. Christmas dinner. My whole family, Ryan's whole family, we got reservations to the Palm. We walk in. Our mother came to town. She was staying with me for a couple of days, maybe for Christmas. We walk in the Palm. Bobby Brown sitting at the bar. Our mother just goes gaga. Oh, Bobby Brown! Bobby Brown! Bobby! Bobby! What's the matter with you?
Yeah.
You embarrassing us.
He spoke to her. He spoke to her and sent us a round of drinks and the whole nine.
Oh,
she was all goo-goo-eyed the entire night about meeting Bobby Brown.
But to Arlie's point about technology, y'all didn't have no phones. There's no picture of this.
Nope. He's got so many movies and so many credits. He doesn't have to do anything.
And Jamie Foxx has shown a lot of range in his acting over his career. Jamie Foxx has played serious roles. He's been a funny guy. I mean, he can sing, he can dance. I mean,
he's amazing.
I would put Jamie Foxx up to like number 5. I wouldn't put him against past Fishburne. I wouldn't put him.
Anybody on the list you
Morgan
not on the list you would add?
Down. Morgan needs to go down.
Morgan Freeman. Stop it.
I don't think you can
Denzel
touch
Morgan
anybody
and
in the first
Samuel
4.
and Lawrence Fishburne that's our go-to black actors when it comes to men.
I think you can't do anything with the top 4 just because of their body of work. They've just done so much.
Yeah.
They've just done too much.
Anybody on the list? Anybody not on the list you want to add?
No. I mean, if you want to talk about.
Thank you, RC. I didn't see RC's text until Tree just posted it. But you got to put Wesley Snipes on there someplace, man.
Let me see the list. Let me see if I can slide Wesley in there somewhere.
You got to put Wesley in there, man.
Wesley Snipes.
You got these ninjas doing honorable mentions. Man.
I don't think Forrest Whitaker and I don't know because they're really kind of before our time when they were hot. James Earl Jones and Sidney Poitier and Bill Cosby, Let's Do It Again, Bustin' Loose, all of the movies from the early 70s. I just don't have that much time watching those movies from back during the late 60s, early 70s, obviously because I was a kid. I was a baby. But that's a good one. I like this. This is a good conversation starter right here. I definitely think Jamie Foxx.
Don Cheadle.
Don Cheadle. And I know St. Louis Ron put the Cheeto as in the chip, but no, it's Cheeto, and I agree he could be on this list.
You
no
ever see?
question.
I think the movie's called "Talk to Me." When Don Cheeto played this radio disc,
look at this one. Look at this.
Esposito. I forgot about Esposito. Good call, Black Diamond.
Yeah, but you know he's not black, right?
What?
He is black.
He's Hispanic.
He's half black, half like Hispanic or something like that.
That equals minority. Hey, that's us.
Man, he played the hell out of that character in Breaking Bad.
Curb Your Enthusiasm. Yes.
In Breaking Bad, Gus in Breaking Bad. Yes.
Yes. Great movie. Great
Bokeem Woodbine. Man,
great
come
series.
on, man. And I like Bokeem Woodbine. Can't get right. Best character. Can't get right in life.
Okay. No Will Smith. Nah. No Will Smith. Sorry.
Oh,
like Will though.
Let's back
like
up.
Will.
I forgot about Will. I forgot about Will.
He's so corny sometimes, man.
Man, but you got to put Will Smith over Danny Glover. Why is Danny Glover so high on this thing? Why is Danny Glover in the top 10?
He's old school, man.
You putting Will Smith over Danny Glover, right? Come on, sir.
I mean, Will's a little different and weird acting for me, man. I'm not putting him over Danny Glover.
Oh my gosh. I always talk about this, man. Pursuit of Happiness might have been one of the most greatest performances I've ever seen from an actor in my life. I contemplated, my body contemplated crying at the end of that movie, man. And movie. I don't cry at the end of no damn movie.
Yeah. How he letting Jada just treat him any kind of way?
That's got nothing to do with the movies, with his work.
It's got everything to do with who he is. Everything. And I can't put him on my list because of that.
Okay,
I see everybody else on that list having a set of balls.
Hey,
everybody on that list has balls. They can't put
man.
Will on a list that no, this is a ballsy list.
John Carlo is not Hispanic. The chat is correcting. He is Italian and black. Thank you.
Italian and black. Italian.
If there's anything black, it's black. We take him in the race draft. What's next?
I can't believe that you're not giving Will Smith no love.
I love Will, but not with those guys.
Doug Stewart in their prime. Oh, this is from me. In their prime. This is coming up again. We have to really make this an official topic on the show.
I like this.
Or segment on the show.
In
their prime, who you taking?
No question, Warren Moon. No question, Warren Moon.
But Warren
no
Moon
question.
Warren Moon didn't have that second gear. He wasn't a runner.
He did advance the ball with his legs. It wasn't no call plays. It wasn't as much as the others, but there's no better passer on this board than Warren Moon.
Yeah, but that's my whole argument. He only did one thing. The other three guys did two.
Moon could run. He didn't run by choice, but he could when he needed to.
Yeah, everybody can run because everybody has legs.
Right.
The other three guys were true dual threats. Warren Moon was not a dual threat quarterback.
Yeah, you're not scared of Cam Newton's arm at all.
What?
You're not scared of Cam Newton. You're not scared of Cam Newton's arm.
Cam won an MVP and threw for a gazillion yards.
No, he threw for right over 3,000, and I believe he ran for over 1,000 his MVP year. I'll pull it up and make sure. I don't want to lie on it.
I think, and this is one of the hardest questions that's ever been put in the Two Live Stews Facebook chat group ever. And what's the question? Put it back up. What's the question? What's the exact question? Oh, in their prime, who you taking? I think I would take Cam.
In 2015, Cam Newton as the Panthers had the following stats during his MVP season. 3,800 yards passing, 35 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, 99.4 passer rating, 108 carries for 525 yards, 9 touchdowns. Yeah, he didn't even throw for 4,000 yards with his arm, man.
Oh, you know what? Rel Scott, he just notified me. I took credit for his post. I apologize, Rel. You're exactly right. I didn't even remember or see the little gray. Rel Scott posted this.
Shut up, Rel.
I reposted. What do you mean, shut up, Rel?
Shut up, Rel.
He wants his credit, man. He wants his credit. So I reposted it. I think I would go with Cam.
Sometimes when Rel is one of the first 3 people on the chat, and I tell those first 3 people good morning, sometimes I bump him down to 5th so I don't say his name.
I think I would go with Cam, man. Because Cam could do everything that these guys did, won an MVP, won a Heisman, won a national championship, is bigger and almost as fast as everybody on this screen.
Yeah.
He could do everything.
it's often talked about that when Cam got drafted the year he was the #1 overall pick, that he was bigger than both of the top drafted defensive ends. He was bigger than both of them.
I think I would take Cam, man. If we're talking about in their prime, and when I say in their prime, I'm thinking their best year.
Right, I agree.
Best year.
I agree.
I mean, he's literally a defensive end playing quarterback. He ran about a 4.5 40. He won every award you could. The only thing he doesn't have on his resume is he didn't win a Super Bowl. But I can make an argument. He took a under-average roster team and took them to the Super Bowl.
Warren Moon, Mike Vick, then Cam, and Randall comes last.
Hold on. None of those other guys went to a Super Bowl. You do know that, right? We're talking about Super Bowls. We're giving attributes.
Football's a team metric, man.
True,
you gotta make your mind up when you're gonna talk about it as a team metric versus not talk about it as a team metric.
I understand that.
You're on both sides of the fence with that.
No, I understand that. You always have to talk about wins. That's one of the variables when you're talking about the finished product and the answer. That's to his credit that he took a below average team to a Super Bowl. Do you not think that that's something that should be given to him like a thumbs up that should be given to him over the other three guys? The other three guys, they didn't go to the Super Bowl.
I'm not taking Cam #1 on that list, sir. I think you're crazy. I'm taking Warren Moon.
Wow.
As a matter of fact, I would love to do a matchup of numbers with Warren Moon on one side and Cam on the other. I may bring that to the table.
If you take Warren Moon's numbers in the CFL as well, you remember he played like 10 years in the CFL.
Yep.
His passing numbers clearly are way more than the other three guys.
I bet he's got more running numbers than you're willing to say it also.
And this is the last one.
Oh, this is dope, man.
We had a big conversation about this yesterday, man. How did this conversation start? This is an actual game-worn Ryan Stewart jersey on eBay, and they're selling it for like $300. I think they underpricing it. I think it should go for a lot more than that.
That means a lot, big brother. Thank you, man. I was telling our friend brother who sent this to us. Shouts out to Dover Dog, bro, Carson, Elizabeth City, I believe, right? That's right, Elizabeth City, right?
Yeah, Elizabeth City State.
Okay. He sent this to Doug and I in the chat, I responded. Clearly, somebody's husband found the jersey and put it on eBay to sell.
They didn't want it.
Well, the husband found the jersey in the wife's possession. Like, you're gonna sell that jersey right now.
Wow.
Clearly, one of my former female friends probably.
So you don't understand, or you don't remember who you gave that jersey to?
So
you've given away several.
I only bought and gave away jerseys to family members and friends, real close friends.
Yeah.
She wore it when she left that morning.
Right. Yeah. I'm willing to bet that a female friend that ordered that jersey on her own was forced to put it on eBay by her husband. Like, look, those days are over. Get this dude's jersey out of the house.
Now that's funny. That's funny. I got one. I think I got a white one.
Yeah. Yours is dope.
One. Yeah,
yours is dope.
Are we reading chat? It's not. It's 9 o'clock.
That really means. Oh my God, we still got 37 chats to go through.
Oh my God.
Thank y'all for sharing that.
We
We got to read chat, Doug. You can't run out on the chat today, Doug. We got.
No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good until like noon. I got some time today.
Ryan leaving jerseys at the jump off crib. I'm not even going to respond well. That was the last one, right?
The whole conversation about Detroit earlier,
mm-hmm.
and how how things happen is really we got some real ties in Detroit. Let's just put it like that.
No doubt about it.
What?
And I had never been to Detroit until you got drafted.
Me neither.
we growing up, we went north. We went to New York City or Jersey or DC. We never went to Midwest cities like that.
We never did Chicago or we never did Detroit.
Never. Until you got drafted there.
Well,
all right, Tree, let's roll out these chat messages so we can get out of here.
Good morning. We
For
have
the record, no, I was not just buying jerseys for female friends. I wasn't
think
doing
she
that.
left. I think she took it out of your closet and snuck out in the morning. It was cold.
I've had 2 or 3 friends invite me over and have a jersey on when I get there. But
Did y'all buy any? Do you know Dietrich furs? Did you buy any fur coats when you were
I did not buy any furs. No.
Gators?
When you started the store, we bought our mother a fur coat for her 70th. Was it 70th or 65th birthday?
You got it in Detroit?
No, we didn't get it in
No,
Detroit.
we didn't get it in
We wouldn't buy our furs from Detroit.
Yeah, mess around and end up buying cat.
A
You
weasel.
know you buy cat. Okay, so let's go. Melvin Eccles.
Shouts out, Melvin. Thank you
Melvin.
so much,
Thank
brother.
you so much.
Thank you, Melvin.
Thank you so
We're
much.
gonna do all the donations first.
Okay.
From Eric David. LOL. Damn, I love this show. We need it 5 days a week.
We're
Here we
working
go.
on it, Eric.
I
We're
asked
working on it,
Doug
Eric.
the other day, what is it gonna take? I have the number.
Yeah, we
I
got
don't
a
know
number.
if he
We
wants
got
me
a
to
number in
reveal
mind.
it, but we do have a number, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Now,
From
don't reveal
Arlie's
it. Don't reveal it.
husband, from Arlie's fiance say, Till Dog. Nice ring, Till Dog. Next time, get her one that fits, please. On her right finger. You could put some more money in here so she can get a new ring. Till Dog 12. No way I'm spending my first pick on a guy who quit on his team in the middle of the game.
I mean, I know we both have a appreciation for Cam Newton, man, but out of those 4 guys, you can't take him first over Warren Moon.
He's more accomplished and he can do more things than all those other guys individually.
Okay.
From Big Kev 303. Thank you so much for your
Thank you,
donation.
Big Kev.
Appreciate
Thank
you,
you,
Big
Big
Kev.
$10.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you, man.
From your buddy. Your buddy.
Rel Scott. Thank you, Rel, for that $5.
Thank you, Rel.
Prime time ties 2, the number 2. Go.
Thank you for your production contributions today, Rel. Gotta give that man his credit. I don't know, Ryan. There's a chat in here.
What
There's
did
something.
what did Rel Scott do to you, man?
I'm cool with Rel, man. I got no beef with Rel. I'm cool with Rel, man. Rel's just he's Philly aggressive. That's all. He's Philly aggressive.
Yeah,
That's
but
all.
he's a Falcon fan. He's not even a Philadelphia Eagles fan.
But he's Philly aggressive. I didn't say nothing about him being a Philly fan. I said he's Philly aggressive. Those people from that part of the country are
Those
very
people.
aggressive.
There's a chat in here. As y'all are in charge. I don't know how I should move forward.
The one with the
There's
the
a
dollar?
paid chat.
Yeah, we're not talking about that dollar chat. The one with that
Okay,
dollar.
thanks for coming.
Appreciate
Let's
that.
see.
Wait a minute.
From Cornell, #1 Dolphin fan, $5 super sticker. Thank you so much for your donation.
Thank you, Cornell.
It's the end
Is
of the month.
Is that our cousin Cornell back at the crib, Reverend
No,
Cornell?
he's not a Dolphin fan.
He's
Our
a Cowboy
homeboy-
fan. You're right. He's a
Cowboy
Cowboy fan.
He damn sure ain't no Dolphin fan.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Mr. Rivers, Derek Rivers, thank you so much for your $10.
Cuzzo,
Appreciate you,
Cuzzo,
cuz.
thank you.
Appreciate you, man.
Thank you, Cuzzo.
And Uncle Mike.
You the man,
Team
Uncle Mike.
Doug, QBs are held to a higher standard and shouldn't be beefing publicly. They are expected to be faces of the franchise. It's not a good look.
Yeah, talking about the whole
Appreciate you,
Cam
Mike.
Shador
Thank you, Uncle Mike.
throwing shots at each other, man. I don't think it's cool. I don't like it.
All right, let's get into some of these free chat. From Adrian Williams, he wants to recognize enemy of the state, referring
Will
to
Smith?
the death. No, referring to the death of Gene Hackman. But yes, Will Smith was in it, but he is referring to Gene Hackman.
Oh,
passing.
okay. I thought
I
he was
could
making
do
the
my
argument for me
job.
for Will Smith to be part of that list. Yeah, but both of them, God rest the dead, Gene Hackman died this morning mysteriously. They're saying
That's
not
some
from foul
carbon
play.
monoxide stuff.
Carbon monoxide for
Probably
sure.
more
It
than
has to
likely.
be. It has to be. Yep, it has to be.
Cam Edwards, 4.7 for a defensive back. Oh, this is about you and your running.
Well, it was at the combine, and it's a slow track.
Man, come on, man.
My agent at the time, it was Lamont Smith. No, it was Eugene already. It was Eugene Parker. Eugene was like, "Hey, man, no matter what happens on that turf in Indianapolis, that's not who you are."
You
He
should've
said that
fa-
before the run.
you
No
should've
matter
faked the
no matter
injury.
what happens,
He knew
that's
you were
not who
out
you
the night
are.
before.
You should have faked the injury. In my mind, there should be no DB that runs less than a 4.5. Like every DB should be in the 4.4s.
Hey man,
and you played safety, so it's not a DB, but
that turf
I
was
never
different.
knew you ran a 4.7, man.
I nailed it back at the crib when they came back from my pro day though. 4.48, 4.51.
From Birdman 22. Damn, Ryan, just say it was the cleats.
It wasn't the cleats. It may have been the cleats. I don't know.
He's taking ownership
Yeah.
of what it
me.
was.
I was the one that was running.
From Loose Neck, Yes, No Side. Doug was giving Ryan advice while he had a trunk full of shoes. He didn't scan from the foot action back room.
Nothing to see here. Move on. Nothing to see here.
You did. Oh,
I had closets full of
booster?
sneakers.
You were a booster?
I was the manager. My title was not booster, it was manager.
I'm narrating a book and the girl is a booster at Neiman Marcus.
And so what's the definition of a booster? Somebody that steals stuff?
Somebody steals. Yeah, somebody that boosts.
She works there, but she takes
what she needs.
Yeah, I ain't never been in jeopardy of losing my job because I was taking a couple sneakers.
A couple. Okay, so we have we have an admission.
They accounted for that every year. They call it shrinkage. Like they just automatically put in the accounting that a couple of shoes were just going to disappear.
I thought shrinkage was when your peepee's at its smallest.
No, that's the other shrinkage. And I have no familiarity with that at all.
Deficits. From Arlie's husband, Till Dog 12, 225 pounds, 27 times. That's low country strong at Ryan.
I was strong. I was strong.
Cock strong now.
No doubt about it. I was cock strong.
From Ron Lee, Wipe Me Down is the official.
One little quick story. The time that you always talk about when we had that fight, when we went into the front yard and you were going to,
and it was
for
dark.
the first time,
I was tossing you around. Yeah.
When we locked up, this is a mission. When we locked up, I knew I was in trouble. When we first locked up, I was like, "Oh shit, this feels different than all the other times."
Yeah. Dad knew it too. Dad knew it.
Oh,
he was like, "Yeah, it's gonna be a different day the other day. Go out there and handle your business."
This is not how I remember this.
I was just squeezing you too. I just kept squeezing.
Oh,
and you were talking to me too, which is very, very odd too.
In your ear, like
he was
saying,
yeah.
I know what you mean.
He was like, yeah, nigga, yeah. Okay, let's go. This is almost 40 years ago, and
you remember?
I just remember saying, yeah. Oh yeah, I'm waiting for this. I'm waiting.
I don't know.
True story.
I don't know
True
that.
story.
Okay, there's a lot that I could.
Like, this is too
we have
much.
some more donations from Rel Scott. He said that we worked really hard today, and he appreciates us.
Thank you, Rel.
Thank you so much.
See, Rel trying to get on your good side,
man. Trying to make up, get on my good side. Rel, you good with me? Prime ties to go. Prime ties to go. You
from Ty Davison, $10. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend, peeps. Hashtag buy with Ty.
Thank you, Ty Davison. Hashtag buy with Ty. Let's see that again. Or did you already let it go? No problem if you already let it go.
It's okay, Tree. It's okay.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I'm so sorry. Okay. So we're almost getting near to the end here. All right. Wipe Me Down is the official men's national anthem.
The Kappas use that song as kind of like
they do.
Song.
Here comes Mr. International doing his thing. Golly, look at him.
Nobody ever asked me to wipe them down. It's the other way around.
Why did the music start?
Because we're getting towards the end.
I see 23.
Thank you, Mr. International.
Oh God, I need some gossip.
Man, by the way, I mentioned this the other day. Are y'all hiring where you work at, Mr. International?
He works for the government.
I think he's the boss. And if he worked for the government, he might be in danger of his job.
That's what I was about to say. You work for the government.
Thank you, Mr. International.
What did you do last week, bruh?
Mr. International, you want to be on camera like right now? Let me
whatever
send
you
you
want.
a link.
Whatever you want.
You need to be saving your money like them squirrels. You need to be putting some acorns aside if you know what I know.
What a blessing. You are such a generous giver.
Thank you, Mr. International.
He has a lot. No, I'm saying, like,
get out that man pocket, Street.
Thank you,
no,
Mr.
it's
International.
Gratitude.
And it means a lot for real. Trust me.
Honestly.
Trust me. A bill here, a bill there.
Well, it makes all the difference when it comes to y'all wanting another day or a few days added to the show. It means a lot. It really does.
Yeah.
Only 6,999. Okay, from Courtney Williams. How was Boosie hiring an adult woman to give oral to his 12-year-old son not investigated? because he got those whites. The clears. Probably can get away with a lot in the governments down there. That's Louisiana.
Yeah. So
And
people
those
don't know the story.
That's allegations.
Yeah, Lil Boosie, he said it on a podcast or something that for his son's like 15th birthday or whatever, he paid for a hooker for him.
Did y'all's dad tell y'all to? Because my husband had told me one time that his dad was like encouraging him to, beat it.
My dad never talked to me about the birds and the bees.
Really?
Nope.
Doug has no comment.
We just knew, I guess. Naturally.
Yeah, I'll never forget that one time Dad found a condom in my sock drawer. And when he showed me the condom, he was like, "Hey, man, look what your brother got in the top drawer, man." I said, "Which drawer was that?" He pointed to the drawer, and I was like, "That's not Doug's, that's mine." What? This yours? What you doing with this? It was cool
That's
when he
so
thought it was Doug's.
responsible.
It was cool when he thought it was Doug's. When he found out it was mine, he lost his ish.
How old were you?
If Doug was still in the house, I'm guessing I was probably in the 8th or 9th grade.
You was fucking in the 8th grade.
All he said 5. All he said 5. No,
I was
but Doug
so
used to bring
scared of boys back then.
Doug used to have company over at the house, and in the front room, whenever we had company, our parents would never ever go back there. So Doug would bring company to the house, and he was wearing people out down there.
No, that's not true. Why would you say something like that?
Oh, I forgot Mom might be listening. I'm sorry.
That's not true.
In the event that Mom is listening,
why do you
he was
say
not
stuff
doing
like
that. In the event that Mom's listening,
Yeah.
he was not doing that.
Go ahead. This cat be running out. This dude be running out. Go ahead. Go ahead, Tree.
He taught me how to sex.
This
I
is the
learned how to sex
message for
through the wall.
Arlie. Marvin Child says he's looking for background singers.
Okay. I can do that. Hit me up.
No,
No, not
uh-uh.
you. Not you. It's the
This
Arlie.
is for her.
Ooh, what you need, Marvin?
Holla at us, Marvin. All he
Oh,
Oh,
hey,
what-
Doug.
what-
Sorry, I don't know what happened.
Or email me and I'll send it to Arlie.
She
Unless Arlie wants to give out her email address.
might.
No.
Yeah, we got
From
a lot
Rel
of-
Scott, Belichick like 75. His girl is 20 something. What the heck do they have in common? This is the conversation about Carucci and Dion.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
What is the problem?
Somebody
I don't-
said
right. If you like it, I love it. Enjoy yourself.
I
somebody
don't want
said
to get into it, but I dated a man 20 years older than me.
somebody said in the chat, half your age plus 7 is acceptable. That's
Tree,
like
if you
that's like a rule of thumb. Does that make sense? So
But
if
the
you're
deal was-
40, they have to be 20 plus 7, so they have to be 27, and that's acceptable.
Whatever, man. If you like it,
Listen,
go
these
for it. As long as
young
it's
men
legal.
are reaching back. When I saw that story, I felt like I am dating younger men personally. They want an older woman because
They
we
wanna
have
cook? They want you to
peace.
cook for them?
No, I ain't cooking shit. But I'm saying to you that this isn't just men.
Probably why they don't hang out
anymore.
for too long, Tree.
Okay, let's just keep going. Why I tell you?
No, I'm just saying, Tree. If you're not cooking for them dudes, they probably not hanging out, Tree.
I don't have time to cook because I have to do stuff for y'all all day and night. From
Bullshit.
Till Dog 12.
Bullshit.
Just like Bruce Jenner, yes, his name is Bruce to me, and Brandy both killed people. Oh, he's talking about the drinking and driving. Brandy kills. Wait a minute.
Yes, she did.
Brandy,
Yes,
the
she did.
singer.
Yes, Brandy.
Wow.
Is that an allegation?
No, it's not.
Wow.
I think that's why she disappeared for a while.
For drinking. Okay. My lord.
Now, I'm not saying she's been arrested 4 times, but I do know she had a Dewey where someone lost their life.
Okay. Wow. From Loose Next Side, Dwight Howard tried out for the Eagles. Y'all didn't even talk about Tush Push. Y'all want to hit it real quick?
We did talk
Oh,
about
you
Tush Push.
did.
We got
Okay.
to it.
That
Okay.
was at a time we didn't talk about it yet, but
Right.
yeah.
We came
did
back and
talk
hit it
about
back.
Okay, from Raymond A. Sutton. I don't like all rule changes. I get some cause of concussions, but entertainment and sports is the number one team overcoming resistance from another. It's not entertaining watching people go up and down unchecked.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Thank you.
I hate the
Thank you,
rule
Raymond.
changes.
Appreciate you, Raymond.
I think when
Hey, man, I'm going to tell you again, and I say this every time we bring this up. It's a $12 to $15 billion league per year. They had to stop the concussions. They got to do all they can to stop the concussions, sir. People stop letting their kids play football in Little League. They got to do whatever they can to preserve $12 billion a year.
Regarding the top 5 victory, you can tell it's been a minute since Ryan won, kind of like getting nutsy after being locked up for 10 years. Congratulations, Ryan.
Yeah, congrats, man.
Thank you, Tree.
So
Thank you very
happy.
much, Tree. I was a little over the top with that, but it's been a minute. I'm excited. I got a new strategy with it now. I'm looking to win every single time, and I really appreciate the listeners for backing me up. I really thank y'all for voting for the right list.
From Fly Tie, he says both of those cars are Novas. The bottom is a Nova 2.
It was mislabeled then, must be. And
Fly Tie
Fly Tie is into the muscle car things. You seen his
He's a car enthusiast.
Yeah, that's how
it hurt my heart when he showed a picture of it last week, getting a little fender bender. He just got the damn car. That sucks.
Like Fly Tie like puts his cars in car shows.
There was a Nova on the top, and that bottom one was a Chevelle. I hear what he's saying, but that bottom one was a Chevelle.
And you're a car enthusiast too. You used to be an MC for what was the name of the car show?
R&M car auction out in California, Malibu, in Malibu.
Fun. From Raymond
Really fun.
A. Sutton, speaking about the great Miss Brenda. Is Pumpkin? Y'all prefer to call her Pumpkin?
Pumpkin, Brenda, yeah.
She's holding you to keep you balanced.
Right. Exactly.
Blessed.
I'll be the butt of y'all's jokes. It's okay.
From Courtney Williams. Nah, God took y'all mama face and put it on Doug. Look at that production.
I look just like her. You look like the mailman.
I look like our grandfather and my father. And I say my for a reason, but I'm not going to get into that now.
From Rel Scott, ladies were throwing panties at Teddy P while he was in a wheelchair. The GOAT. Arlie mentioned Teddy Pendergrass earlier.
That seems kind of cruel to me.
You can still do it if you're in a wheelchair.
No, he was paralyzed waist down.
Oh, wait a minute.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, he was paralyzed waist down.
That's right.
Doesn't that seem cruel to you? To throw some panties at that man? No, he can't do
back
that.
at it, that's really messed up.
What could he do?
You can touch that thing and lick on that thing.
He can do anything as long as it didn't involve anything from the waist down.
There's nothing that he can receive. Like,
I guess he can use that tongue.
That's what he's doing. But never mind.
What could he receive?
Yeah, like how could he feel good?
How could he be pleasured?
Good? I mean, there's one way, but I don't know if the front doesn't work, maybe the back. Okay.
No. I mean, the only thing that you can do is let him smell it, I guess.
Oh my God.
No offense to people that are paralyzed and waist down, but what? I mean, what else can you do?
Y'all are so silly.
Get on over here. Let me smell that thing, girl.
No, but we're talking about him being pleasured, not her. This easy to pleasure her. She just climb on top.
Can't lose in the
Turn
from a
around.
sniff.
All right. The incandescent one says not having Sidney Poitier invalidates the whole list. I don't think so.
They called me Mr. Tibbs.
Yeah, and Sidney Poitier was a big time actor much earlier before us, I think. So we don't know the bulk of his work.
From Mr. Arlie Michelle Wilson.
Let's do it again. Uptown
Change
Saturday
your name,
Night.
Till Dog.
He had like 3 or 4 movies with Bill Cosby, man. They had a thing going. Sidney Poitier and Bill Cosby.
Are you a legend that Sidney Poitier was? Never mind. Go ahead, Tree.
He liked the clear girls. From Till Dog 12, Ryan has some deep-seated anger issues. Doug, you might need to get him tested for CTE. Isn't he already?
Till Dog just.
I mean, y'all just had passionate conversations.
Oh, is he talking about the whole thing with the top 5? Yeah. I mean, why is he so angry about?
Well, you and Tree make it hard for me to win. So
Keisha spelling her name with an EI.
Wow.
White girl.
From Raymond A. Sutton, he says, I could have sworn you all once said second place is first loser. And
that's exactly right.
And
that's exactly right. Yep.
What is that
totally
referring
agree.
to?
Oh, 3Pete came in, even though you're here. Wait, let me move you. Hi, 3Pete. Thank you so much.
Yep.
It's for the ice cream money.
Thank you, 3Pete. I'll make sure I have some butter pecan when I bring ice cream for everybody that voted for me.
I'm gonna hold your feet to the fire about that ice cream, man.
Everybody gets ice cream.
You can't just promise people ice cream for votes and not deliver.
Everybody gets ice cream.
I'm gonna hold your feet to the fire on that.
We will see. Okay, from Griff. Thank you so much, Griff. North Carolina A&T Aggie. Good morning, brothers and sisters. Honorable mentions, Lord.
Another
Look
city.
what you
And
done
Rudy
started.
Ray. Rudy Ray Moore.
Oh, that's Dolomite, right?
It's Dolomite, yes.
See, I know.
By the way,
Griff.
speaking of Griff, he went
Thanks,
to A&T. Kara came in, I think, 5th, and I should have had a screenshot. She came in 5th at the OVC indoor track meet yesterday.
Good job. Good job. Were you there?
She got a new PR. It was in Indiana. She got
Listen,
a new PR. She ran like an 8.
How about a heads up next time you plan on going to see a track meet?
Well, she's got 3 in Atlanta. They got a track
we
meet at
should
Morehouse.
we should all go.
They got one at Georgia Tech. They're going to be in.
All the Stewies. We should
gotta
go
be there.
to this track meet. Can we get dates?
Yeah, we'll do. I'll send y'all a
He
text.
lying.
But she got a new PR as well. She ran like an 8.55, blowing out her last PR 8.88.
Oh, that's awesome.
And came in 5th.
So 3/10 of a second faster. That's a big jump.
Send us the dates.
That's a big
We'll
jump.
do. We'll
We
do.
can make this into a moment.
Or something.
She was gliding over them hurdles too. She had a real clean race. Didn't clip any hurdles at all. She had a real clean race, man. Very, very proud of her.
Thank you, Luke's Neck, for your donation. Doug realized it was at that time he knew he effed up.
Yeah.
That's right. The minute when we started talking
when
about how
he
he
was in
spelled
his-
Keisha.
This is stronger than I remember this.
No,
guy being.
I think he's referring to you being in his ear in the ditch outside in the dark.
Talk about the wrestling, man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
From Branson Wright, thank you so much for your donation.
Thank you,
for
Branson.
being here.
We appreciate you, player.
We appreciate it. Black
bless
Diamond
you,
has a
Branson.
request. Let's
Whatever
get
she
it.
wants. Whatever she
Doug,
wants.
please tell that story about when Ryan got an earring and your dad's reaction. I was hollering when you told that story on the radio. Run it.
It's the other way around, though. It was
When I got the
earring.
earring.
Yeah.
Long story short, me and my boy B, seniors in college, the summer before our senior year, and we went to the flea market and got our ears pierced because we thought it would help us get women. We thought it was cool. And I came home.
We thought it would help us get women. We thought it was cool.
I came home and I says, you know what? In my mind, I knew it was gonna be a problem.
Yep.
And so I said, let me go ahead and just lay this on the table. I went straight up to our old man. I was like, hey, Dad, look. We call him Dad, D-A. Dad, look, I got an earring. And I did like this. He said, you got your ear pierced? I says, yeah.
You fucking sissy.
No.
You sissy? Are you a sissy? He says, my son with an earring. And he just walked away. He didn't talk to me for a couple weeks.
Oh, it was a while.
It was a couple weeks.
While. Yeah.
It was bad.
He was very, very upset. And at the time, one of his best boys was a pastor who had his ear pierced, and I guess he didn't fuss at him about it.
And I mean, I didn't even get a chance to explain to him, Dad, it's actually the opposite. I'm trying to get women.
No.
But he wasn't trying to hear it. It was real bad for me for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
From Demo, half your age plus 7. That equation comes from the nation of it's he's talking about dating. It might, because don't they something, I don't want to say it. I don't want to offend anybody.
What are you saying about the minister? What are you trying to say about the minister?
No,
nothing.
he's saying that came from
He said that's where that premise came from.
Oh, from the
half
nation
the age
Islam.
plus 7.
And then I said I could see that being possibly.
Well, allegedly, I'm not gonna get to that because
Yeah,
I don't want to
bark up that tree.
I don't want to get in them brothers' bad side.
Leave them brothers alone before people start driving by throwing bean pies at your condo.
I don't know who starred this. I didn't. Tree with the shoulder out over at Doug's house. I'm jealous. You know, they really. This is my house, but because y'all have those.
It's your house today. It's your house today. Yeah, but we've We've seen you at Doug's house, so don't act like what Rel is saying is far-fetched. We know y'all do the show at Doug's.
Carry on. There's nothing to see here.
All right, I'm out. That's it. Thank you so much.
That was it? Okay, Tree.
Yeah, it's time for whatever that last thing is, y'all.
And Deanna, yes. Does Doug say wrestling instead of wrestling? Laugh out loud. Yes. He's never, ever said the word wrestle.
Wrestling is what they do in the Olympics.
Right.
What we do in the streets or what they did on Saturday mornings is wrestling.
Wow. It's almost 9:30, man. Shouts out in the A+ to everybody in the chat room. Thank y'all. Thank y'all so much, man. It's all because of y'all.
Absolutely.
The super chat was incredible today. Thank you.
Absolutely.
We might stick around for another month because of what you guys contributed. Thank you. We really appreciate it. Arlie, outstanding job. Wait, bring in Naughty Dread real quick before we get out of here. Dread, you got any corrections for us, man? You got any corrections for us?
I don't have any corrections, but Cam versus Shador. And I think I hear you all like Shador a little bit better. But
okay, go ahead. Yeah, I'm sorry.
But Cam is the one that
I think Doug, did you say Cam over Shador? I still think Shador is going to be the first quarterback to go.
I think Cam over Shador. Yeah, I do think that.
Okay. That makes sense considering that Shador is a pure pocket passer. He's not a dual threat quarterback.
Right.
But
I agree.
Yeah, I got you.
I agree. Shador is a classic pocket quarterback.
One of the reasons why he's more attractive to me is because of his lifestyle for the last 20 years.
His pedigree. The fact that he's grown up around football his whole life. And
he's going to be a consummate pro. He's worked with Tom Brady every summer for the last 2 summers. He's going to be a consummate pro. I guarantee it.
Appreciate it, Naughty.
Uncle Mike gave some more. Does Uncle Donnie still have that boat? Yeah, he got a better boat now.
Absolutely.
I'm asking to see how long you keep reading Chapter. I'm trying to lengthen the show. All right, Uncle Mike, thank you. Uncle Donnie has a new boat that he still allows us to use whenever we want it if we're down at the crib.
When I went home this past weekend, me and him met up for a little business lunch. And, we met up on a project, long story short. And afterwards, I was like, let's go get some lunch. He was like, man, I'm about to go fishing and they biting out there. I said, oh, it's like 30 degrees right now. It was cold. He was like, this is when they bite.
This is when they bite. Yep.
I was like, okay, yeah, I'm out.
He loves to fish, man.
Oh, yeah.
You put that boat in the water. You put that boat in the water every day if he could.
Like we play golf, he fished. He goes fishing, yeah.
Naughty Dread, thank you for your contribution today, man. We really appreciate it. Tree, outstanding job. Thank you so very much. Arlie, wonderful job. Can't thank you enough, Arlie. You brought an A game to the table. Thank you.
Thank you.
Doug, you get an A+ as well, man. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you get an A too, even though you belabored that whole point about EI and E. I don't get it. Congrats on your win, though. It's 10-5. You got a long way to still go.
It's not that far. That's 2 weeks. It's just 2 weeks. God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. If you don't know him, you need to find him and show.
You do know 2 weeks is only 7.
We do 4 shows in 2 weeks. So I'll be 1 away in 2 weeks. We do 4 shows.
We don't pick 4 winners.
Oh, it's 2. That's right. You're right. I was thinking both days. Okay, you're right.
I gotta go.
My bad.
I can't take no more of this.
Get the hell out of here then. People enjoy it better when you're not here anyway. God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. If you don't know him, you need to find him and show him love. That's all he's showing you. Nothing but love. Y'all be careful this weekend in these streets. If you're drinking, no need to be doing any driving. Be careful. Fathers, make sure you're fathering your kids. Mothers, make sure y'all being the great moms that y'all always are. And y'all be safe. We will be back on Monday at 7 o'clock right here on the 2 Live Stews Experience. Thank y'all for the super chat one more time. All the super chatters get an A++. God bless you all. Thank you very much. Peace.